Bonjour, salam, bonjour. أشرف الخريجة ديالنا يلا يلا الولاد دخلوا على الله يلا زي يوسف رجول يمشي الخريجة No primero. No primero.
نعود إليكم مجددا أخرى. وإبراهيم دياز مسجل الهدف، هدف التأهل للدورة ربع نهائية لنهائيات كأس إفريقيا. إبراهيم دياز, congratulations. How do you feel after winning and qualifying for the next round of the Africa Cup of Nations?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it was a tough game, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have to say they play a good game, but you know we have so many talent in our team. I think we deserve to win, to be honest. We create a lot of chance and then we score the goal. And yeah, so happy, so proud of my team. So happy to be in quarterfinal, and now, like I say, now we need to recharge the energy to give everything again in quarterfinal. And also so proud of the fans. It was incredible atmosphere.
Let me ask you, does this performance show the ambitions of Moroccan national team on the Africa Cup of Nations?
Yeah, you know, I think.
And what do you need to improve?
Yeah, of course, you know. In this cup, I think we need to go game per game. We need to improve every game and give more and more and more every game. I think, to be honest, like I said, I'm proud of my team because, you know, it's this kind of game which you need to win.
Yeah.
And it was difficult, but at the end, we win and we are in the next round, and I'm so happy.
You give me this trophy as a gift.
You want it, okay.
Thank you so
I
much.
don't mind.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you very
Congratulations. كان معنا إبراهيم دياز.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sufyan. Yeah, you're a popular guy.
It's okay, my friend.
Brahim, big congratulations. At this tempo, you're going to end with 7 goals in the competition.
It's good. It's good. Really good. Since I, you know, I feel proud to be here, proud of my team, proud of the fans. And like I always say, I need to give everything for them, for the fans, because if you see the atmosphere today, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so happy to have a score. But, you know, for me, the most important is to be in the next round.
Obviously. Now, coming here from Madrid, you didn't play much. You didn't have a lot of playing time, but you're fit, you're playing well. Did you expect it from yourself that you would reach this level?
I'm calm.
Yeah?
I'm really calm. So, yeah, you know, I feel I have to give a lot to my country, and also to give a lot to the fans, because they love me so much. Also, you know, someone told me Real Madrid won, so I'm happy, double happy, because they won and we won also.
Yeah, I hope you have enough space in your closet for all of these.
You know, today I think I will put that in the federation, because this is for everyone.
All right, thank you very much.
See
you next match.
أشرف الخريجة ديالنا يلا يلا الولاد كلوا على الله يلا زي يوسف
No primero.
No, England. أشرف نديرو الخريجة ديالنا يلا يلا الولاد توكلوا على الله يلا زي يوسف رجعوا يمشيو الخريجة ديالنا الخريجة ديالنا
No primero.
الإنبال أشرف نديرو الخريجة ديالنا يلا يلا الولاد كلوا على الله يلا زي يوسف They've been all attacking. Never a time will you see them trying to play defensive
game. Yeah.
I think I give them kudos for that. But all of it all, it's exciting AFCON so far.
Yeah, exciting AFCON so far. We've seen 4 games for these two sides. That's Cameroon and Morocco, and they have the same number of wins. They've won 3 games from 4 games, and they've drawn 1. That's Morocco now and Cameroon. Cameroon last victory came with a 2-1 win over South Africa. They also defeated Mozambique in the group stages, beating them by 2-1, and they played a 1-1 draw against the defending champions. One of the most interesting games of the AFCON tournament so far, and then defeated Gabon by 1-0. For Morocco, on the other hand, they've played 4 games so far coming into this one. They defeated Tanzania in the previous game in the round of 16 of this tournament by 1-0, and they also got the better of Zambia in their final group game, beating them 3-0. We saw a 1-1 draw. It was a surprising 1-1 draw, so to speak, against Mali in that one, and then they defeated Comoros Islands for their first game of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 by 2-0. So 2 teams coming into this game in the quarterfinal stage with the same number of wins, almost the same number of goals scored, and you get the feeling that, Timi, we may not be separating these 2 teams when it comes to quality in these various sides.
Yeah, when you talk about quality, I think they have it at their disposal. Talking about Cameroon, who have Mbeumo in their stride.
Yeah.
They also have this teenager who scored, I think, one of the goals in the round of 16 match. And you have to say Cameroon have it all to do for themselves in this competition. Remember how they got into this competition? The fracas between the Federal Ministry of Sports and the Federation.
It was very funny.
You understand, giving out 2 different lists, saying Mark Breeze was still the coach. Then they say, hey, no, he's not going to be the coach. We have a new coach. But it's all drama from the Cameroonian side. But when you look at the Moroccan side, it's a tournament they've been trying to showcase that they are ready to host the World Cup in 2030, and we've been seeing fantastic stadiums, fantastic
especially
facilities.
the Abdallah Stadium in Marabat. Wonderful stadium.
Sweet stadium, you have to say. I think Morocco have put in so much energy, so much effort into sports infrastructure in the country, and definitely they are reaping the benefits at this point in time. You have to say they will still want to show themselves. Like I said, they have so many talents also at their disposal. Zalzuli, I said Zalzuli. Brahim Diaz, El Kabi. They have Naif Agued at the back. Not forgetting
Mazraoui, Hakimi Ashraf.
You understand? So many players at their disposal who are doing very. Not even forgetting about Bono too, the goalkeeper. Fantastic goalkeeper.
Bono,
and so it's all stars all the way. So for quality wise, I think we've been amassed. We've been awash with so many of
spoiled for choices, because we a lot of amazing players
who are at the peak of their careers. Especially for me, the one that strikes me more. He was blistering for Manchester United before coming for this tournament, and he's not stopped there. Let's not forget Amad Diallo too.
Amad Diallo for Cote d'Ivoire.
He's also been fantastic for the country. But in all of this, you would expect that we'll still see this show of finesse, show of skills, show of plenty of fanfare for the fans at the stadium. Definitely, tonight's game is going to be an exciting one. For Cameroon here, they are playing against the host. They are playing against the 12th man. They are playing against Morocco, who are eager to win their 2nd title. Like I said, the last time they won this title, a generation of Moroccan fans didn't see them win it. That was in the 1970s. So definitely this will be home calling for them, an opportunity for them to still strike gold just in front of their home fans. Definitely they'll still want to go all the way. For Cameroon, let's not forget they are 5-time champions.
Big team by our standards.
That's more or less a motivating factor for them too. That hey, we are not just one of the underdogs here. We are one of the big boys, and so they'll still want to go all the way to see if they can win this one too.
All right, let's just bring you some bit of history. The Moroccans also hosted the 1988 Africa Cup of Nations out there in Morocco. The final was played in Casablanca, and you would remember, if you follow football and follow African football so well, where Morocco lost to Cameroon in the 1988 semi-final. It was a hard defeat to swallow for the Moroccan fans who made their way to the stadium, and they were beaten by Cameroon by 1-0 in that one. Cameroon went on to beat Nigeria in the final of the 1988 Africa Cup of Nations by 1-0. Koundé scoring in that final, and Cameroon won their second AFCON title in 1988. So this brings another avenue for this rivalry. The last time they met was in 1988 in an AFCON tournament, and they're meeting once again, this time in Rabat out there in Morocco. And do not also forget the 1988 Africa Cup of Nations saw Nigeria play Algeria in the semi-finals. So it feels like 1988 and 2025 tournament bringing some old matches from the past to this new one. But before we go, Cameroon have the better head-to-head, so to speak, you know, against Morocco. But the manager, Walid Redagri, has said that this is a different generation of Moroccan players. This is not the same Moroccan team that they used to have back in the day. And knowing that Cameroon hold that advantage when it comes to head-to-head and number of games played, he has said that his team will be ready to take on the Cameroonian side. Is that the best way to go for the coach? I mean, trying to eliminate whatever has happened in the past and trying to tell his players, look, I know these guys have beaten us maybe more times than we've beaten them, and they also have more Africa Cup of Nations titles than us. But this is Morocco. We're hosting this tournament, and we look good. We should go out there and fight for the points.
Oh yeah, I think that's one way to deflect attention, to deflect pressure away from you. Because when you play a team that you've not beaten in a while at this competition, definitely there will be some fears amongst the players that, hey, these guys are big names. These guys who've not beaten them before. 3 times they've met. Cameroon, I think, have 1 win, two wins, and a draw. So definitely for Regreglu, it will be an opportunity for him to just deflect that pressure off his team and just make sure the team focuses more on what they can do, because in the end it's in their own hands to be able to upturn that record that they have against or that Cameroon has against them. So definitely, like I said, it will still be for the players to also step up, because like it or not, if Cameroon gets the first goal here, they'll be feeling high and fly. They'll be saying, hey, we've done it before, we still want to do it again. But if Morocco gets the first goal, then confidence comes, the fear might not just be there. They will want to still go all out for the second goal and maybe the third goal. So it's about who gets the first goal and how the other team reacts. That's how it's going to be in today's match.
Who gets the first goal and how the other team reacts. We're already seeing live pictures from the stadium out there in the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat, as the national anthems for both sides ringing high and loud in the stadium. Morocco would start off with Yashin Bono in goal. There's Mazraoui in that defense alongside the man Massina, Naif Aged and Hakimi Ashraf, who also plays from the right back position. In that midfield, they have the man Saibari. In that midfield, there's Ayoni and the man who has done so well in that midfield for them, wearing jersey number 23, El Kanous in that one. Well, up front is Abde Ezazuli, the man who hasn't seen much playing time. He starts on the left-hand side this time for the Moroccan side, and we also have Brahim Diaz, like you said, the Real Madrid winger, who starts from the right-hand side, and El Kabi, who has scored 2 wonderful goals, overhead kicks in this tournament. Could be fighting for the goal of the tournament so far, as he starts up front wearing jersey number 20 for the Moroccans. So we've seen the national anthem of the Moroccan side. It's a packed full stadium. This is a big occasion for Morocco for the quarterfinals of the Africa Cup of Nations out there in that one. Let's bring you up to speed with the lineups for the away side, so to speak. In a national tournament like this, you don't have home or away, but since Morocco are the ones playing in their stadium, we have the man Epassi in goal for the Cameroonian side. There's the man Tolo. There's Koto in that defense, and Kamara Malone in that midfield. It's a stacked midfield of 5 players. There's Chamadao in there, Avon Baleba, who has done so well so far for the Moroccan side in this one. We also have Namaso in there and Nagida for the Cameroonian side. Up front, Brandon Mbeumo and Kofani, the 2 strikers for the Moroccans in this big one. So, Timi, you've seen the lineups. The teams are ready to go. This should be an exciting game.
Yeah, for the Cameroonians, coach Bagu, I think he made just one change to his starting 11 that faced South Africa, beating them 2-1 in the round of 16. And so Abubakar Nagida comes in today for Darlene Yongwa, who we hear is injured. But I think they will still have a very strong side coming out for this game, and you'll expect the fireworks from the Cameroonians. For the Moroccan team, it's still an unchanged side from the starting 11 against Tanzania, and so it's a quick back-to-back games for Ashraf Hakimi, the captain of the side, who has been an inspiration for Moroccan football. The way he's been able to rise in terms of club football, from Real Madrid, went to Inter Milan, PSG, won Champions League. Now he's won the African Player of the Year. So definitely all eyes will also be on him. This is, I think, his third match he'll be playing after recovering from that injury he had against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. But it's still going to be a tough one. Like we said, they've got loads of players who can change games for them. Talking about Brahim Diaz, who is their main man, their mainstay. Let's not forget they have other players in midfield who would also want to do the damage for them. So definitely it's a match that we're ready to see and enjoy plenty of fireworks.
All right, a match that we would sit back, enjoy, and have plenty of fireworks, and hopefully the fireworks starts as early up in the game. Let's let you know, center referee from Mauritania for this big game. In that one, we have Dahen Bida, will be the man, center referee for this game, all the way from Mauritania. For the assistant referee 1 and 2, we have them from Angola. Jefferson Emiliano dos Santos is the assistant referee on the far side, and the other one on the other side is the man Ivalido Marcelos del Uviera Sanchez, who would also be the second assistant referee. For the VAR, we also have something special for you, as the VAR room will be occupied with the man Mahmoud Al-Mahmoud Ismaila, all the way from Libya. And do not forget Daniel Nihi Ayila Lara from Ghana, who would also be a part of the VAR operating room. So we're set for the big game. Cameroon against the Moroccan side for the quarterfinals of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 out there in Morocco. Do not forget to also share your take in the comment sections of our live stream out there on YouTube as you watch along with us here, vivxsports. My very humble self, Alex and Timi, bringing you live commentary of the game. We've kick-started. The Cameroonians will start from left to right out there in the Prince Abdallah Stadium, and the Moroccans will play from right to left. The Moroccan side are sporting their away jersey, so to speak, sporting white over white shorts and white socks, while Cameroon will go with their traditional dark green over red shorts and yellow socks. It's the Indomitable Lions against the Atlas Lions. We already started the game.
Yeah, definitely a game to watch out for, a game for the AGs, a game for both sides to make and put their name on the history books, or in the history books, remembering that for Morocco, they're trying to host to win this tournament. Let's see if they can just get that win for the first time against Cameroon at the AFCON's finals.
All right, we've started the game. Do not forget, you can also hit the subscribe button if you're on here live watching on our YouTube channel, vivxsports. If you support what we do and love what we do here on vivxsports, please hit the subscribe button so we can grow this family and bring you lots of amazing things in the world of African sports. We've started the game. We've hit 2 minutes of football played already. Cameroon are looking to start off things from that left-hand side of their own attack. So the man Nuhu would take the ball all the way back to the defense. Big game by our standards. The second quarterfinal game of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco. Long ball searching for the young man Kofani up front. It will be cleared out. That's the referee who would call that back for offside, so to speak, for the Moroccan players there. Well, David Pagu has done well so far. He's won 3 games out of 4.
Yeah, but I think he's with a short time he had to prepare his team and also tinker with the team. I think he's been able to show his worth. He's been able to prove to the whole country that, hey, if given a better opportunity, if given a better environment where there are no hassles, there are no troubles, I think he will still be able to do excellent things for the Cameroonian football. I think he's done very well. Yeah, even if Cameroon loses out at this stage, I think they've gone as far as they can. And definitely for David Pagu, is a man for the future in terms of coaching work for the Indomitable Lions.
Well, the man David Pagu has done well. He's brought Cameroon some smiles with 3 wins out of 4 games so far. And it's an easy thing to do in a big tournament as big as the Africa Cup of Nations. Well, Cameroon have the ball just deep inside their own half, looking to pass their way from behind. Doing that slowly as the man Koto on the ball. Sends it to Baleba, who goes all the way back to Koto. Now back to Epasi, the goalkeeper. Look at a Kabi chase, looking to take the ball off. Kofane will head it down now for Cameroon. They have it on the right hand side. Nagida sends a long ball forward, cleared away by Naif Arged. The forward pass now will come from Mazraoui, searching for a run from the man who's on that far right hand side for the Moroccan side. The ball will roll out for a throw-in. There's a Sabari on that occasion looking to control the ball, but
that was
I've seen it.
A mistake for him. Yeah, almost costed him. But a quick one from Carlos Baleba. Stats I just saw. He's had 27 duels and he's won 18 of them. Shows you he's the man to beat in that midfield for the Moroccans. He's the man who, if you can beat him, maybe you can just preach the Cameroonian defense. But absolutely fantastic from the Brighton and Hove player who has shown like a million times in this tournament. 27 duels, 18 of them he's won them. It tells you of how incredible he's been, how impervious he's been in that midfield for Cameroon.
Well, Cameroon are still very much looking to settle into this game. Still 2 teams trying to size themselves up. The ball just dilly-dallying from one place to another on the pitch. Nothing real of a go-mount action so far in this game. Cameroon have it now deep inside their own half as the man Malone Jr. look to beat his marker. Does that really well. Beats El Kabi. But the referee will call that back. Foul, says the referee. As Cameroon take the free kick deep inside their own half. Well, the Moroccans are spotting their white jersey for the first time in this tournament. They've played their first 4 games spotting their traditional red over green.
I hope this will not come to jinx them.
Maybe, just maybe.
Because in Nigeria, once you change your jersey like this, hey, why? But I think the Moroccans are definitely having a lot of attacking flair. They've got those attacking players who can do the damage for them, just like we've seen now. Brahim Diaz are winning the free kick for them just at the edge of the box of the Cameroonian 18-yard. And definitely, like you said, Brahim Diaz will be that man that the Cameroonian will be putting an eye on, because he's been the go-to man for them in terms of goals, in terms of creativity, in terms of creating chances to even score goals. I think Brahim Diaz is a man Cameroonians will be very wary of.
The referee from Mauritania, Bieda, will call that for a foul on the man Brahim Diaz, like you rightly pointed out. They'll be looking to maybe send a good ball into the box, searching for the likes of Massina and Arged to get on the end of this one. El Kabi also just lingering in that box alongside Abde Ezazoli. Morocco with a chance now. 6 minutes of football played at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. Still Morocco 0, Cameroon 0. Ashraf will take. Ball is only as far as a corner to Morocco. Ezazoli was looking to attack that one on that far side.
A good free kick, if you ask me. Well placed into the 18-yard box. But luckily for the Cameroonian there, they had their man in there talking about the number 28 jersey, trying to stop that one from going into his goalpost. But still, the Moroccans still have an advantage here with the corner from Ashraf Hakimi, who definitely want to still pull this one into a dangerous zone.
Morocco now with a corner from the right hand side. This one is low, sends it into the box, but cleared away by the onrushing defense of Koto, who makes it another corner to the Moroccan side. Hakimi Ashraf will take from the right hand side. And the Moroccans with another bite at the cherry. Chance to swing another good ball into the box. Hakimi Ashraf steps up, takes one. Al-Kabi will go for that ball, but headed away. And the second touch by Brian Mbeumo. Here come Cameroon now with a chance now to hit on the counter with a wonderful run. Blocked there by Arged, who comes all the way back to win possession back for Morocco. Chemedao, nice turn, but brought down by Brahim Diaz. Free kick, says the referee.
A good one from the Cameroonian in terms of their defensive play from those set pieces. We've seen the Moroccans trying to put into the 18-yard box. Also, you have to give credit to them. I think they're trying to play on the counter here, soaking pressure and see if they could just run counter against the Moroccan defense, who really trying to play very high line here. But I think the Cameroonians are also smart enough not to fall into their trap of setting themselves up to get or concede the first goal. But all in all, I think the Cameroonians have been good value for money. The set pieces we've seen, the couple of set pieces they've played, the Cameroonians have been able to deal with it easily.
Here come Morocco now with a chance. Ball forward. Brahim Diaz thought the ball was coming his direction, but switch of play there to Ezazoli. Mazraoui has it now on the left-hand side, looking to beat his marker. Sends a long ball forward, searching for the run of the man Sabiri, who has it now. Sends a good ball into the box, cleared away by the man Nuhu, the captain of the Cameroonian side, who clears his line. Danger not adverted as Morocco win back possession. Here comes Sabiri on the left-hand side. Now the tempo of the game increasingly favouring the Moroccans as they win yet another foul. Hakimi Ashraf in a very good position, and we're seeing the first yellow card of the game. Disappointment to the Cameroonian players. Oh, that's a foul, says the referee.
Yeah, I think it's.
Do you agree that's a yellow card?
Yeah, it's what a yellow card, because he was pulling and trying to just bring down Ashraf Hakimi. He wasn't even very close to the ball. He wasn't trying to contest the ball. I think that's a straight up a yellow card that's worth it for the Cameroonians. I think he'll be very careful now in terms of how he gets into some kind of shitty tackles. But Avom is the player who has gotten the first yellow here, and rightfully so.
Rightfully so, Avom, the first yellow card, and we're seeing some legends in the stadium. Bafitemi Gomis alongside Rigobert Song, some of the players who have played wonderful games for their respective African teams. Morocco have a chance now from a free kick, just some yards away from the 18-yard area, and Parsi just setting up his wall. This could be a good position to maybe strike one into the back of the net. I mean, we saw one in the Madrid derby yesterday where Federico Valverde put a belter into the top corner with no chance for Yano Black, but Hakimi stands over this one. Free kick, 10 minutes of football play at the Abdallah Stadium. You get the feeling he would try to go direct.
Yeah, I think Ashraf Hakimi is one who has gotten lucky with free kicks. He scored some. He will be looking at this one and fancying it to go in. I think he wants to take this directly. He doesn't want to go in direct. Definitely goalkeeper has to be at alert here, because Ashraf Hakimi can score this one.
Hakimi stands over this one, chance to shoot. He tries to lay a pass to Brahim Diaz, where you can understand the idea behind that, but that one will roll out for a goal kick, and some antics and afters from that one. I have no idea what's happening there, but I think it was the man Baleba who ran through to say some things to Brahim Diaz, but that's a chance gone begging for Morocco.
Yeah, a chance gone begging, because I was thinking Ashraf Hakimi was going to go direct for that one, but he wanted to play in Brahim Diaz to still set him up for maybe a goal or an assist from him, but it didn't go his way. It didn't go the way they planned it out, but hey, they might still get another opportunity to go direct this time when they get another free kick.
Well, if you're a Cameroonian or a Moroccan and you're watching us on vivxsports on YouTube, you can click the subscribe button to support what we do here, and you can also call the numbers flashed on your screen so we can fill your pause as the game continues out there. We've only played 12 minutes of football out there at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium, as Baleba would be cautioned here by the referee. Another free kick in favour of Morocco. This time Sabiri goes to the ground. And you get the feeling the Moroccans are bringing their physicality to this game already.
Yeah, already. They are trying to show it here. The Cameroonians especially. I think definitely we know them for strength, we know them for power. They want to bring their physicality into this game. The Moroccans are also trying to play prey to those power play from the Cameroonians. But I think for so far in this 12 minutes we've seen, the Moroccans look like a team who wants to score that goal here. They're looking like that's a more coordinated attacking play we've seen from the Atlas Lions. They're looking like they can get a goal here, but the Cameroonians, just like they played against the South Africans, really have not created any good chance. Let's not forget, against the South Africans, Bafana, the Cameroonians had so little a chance to have won that match, but then they utilized the opportunities they got to score the 2 goals, unlike a counterpart from South Africa who had a flurry of chances but just couldn't convert to take the lead in that game. I hope it is not the same thing we are seeing here, where the Moroccans are trying to create loads of chances, get more possession, try to dictate play, but yet still you now see Cameroon scoring the first goal in this competition, or in this match. It's something we've seen before. It can still happen, but then the fans might just be that deciding factor for the Moroccans here. I think this player is down and is really crying right now. I don't know if he'll still be able to continue this game.
Chemada there.
Chemada, because
look at that.
Yeah, I think it's a serious injury.
This doesn't look good for him.
I think
Mazraoui just landing on the left foot of the man, the defender for Cameroon. And you can already see him. I think he's in tears.
Yeah, he's really in pain, actually. And it's a serious one for him. I just hope that it's not the end of the tournament for him, because he looks very clumsy, that tackle, or that falling from Mazraoui on his leg, because I think the whole weight of Mazraoui was landing on his leg.
On the left leg,
and that could just be a very terrible injury.
Close to the knee area. That's never a good sign when you see that. The man, David Perdue, the coach of the Cameroonian side, already sent a player out warming up for a possible substitution. Well, he looks to be fine, trying to shake off that one. Chemada, who has started every single game for Cameroon so far in this tournament, has done a wonderful job on that right-hand side, supporting an attack and also doing a good job in defense. Morocco have it now. The play would restart. Mazraoui on the left-hand side. Here they come now. Drops the ball to Abde Ezazoli, one-on-one with the man Brian Mbeumo, who tracks back to defend for his side. Ezazoli has it now, tries to put one into the box, cleared away by the man Malone Jr., but they have it back. He could cross into the box. It's a great chance for the Moroccan side. Well, I think that was headed away by Nuhu, the captain for Cameroon, as Morocco win a corner this time on the right-hand side. Brilliant cross.
A fantastic one from Ezazoli, but just couldn't connect with El Kabi, who jumped more to put his head to that ball. But a good play from the Moroccans, especially from Saibari and also Ezazoli, who connected to sending that cross into the 18-yard box. Opportunity for them with another cross from the corner. Let's see if they can make do with this.
Morocco with their third corner of the game, looking for the first goal. Sends a good ball into the box. This time a deflected header would go out for another corner. Morocco are piling on the pressure on that right-hand side. This time the ball touches the head of Junior, who plays in the defense for Cameroon. Malone Junior, another corner. Hakimi, captain, would take. Ups the goal shot, goes long, in swinger, chance, headed away. And this time by Baleba. Brian Mbeumo tries to come forward. Ezazoli would win back the ball for Morocco. Here they come now on the right-hand side. Brahim Diaz tries to turn his marker inside out. Nuhu would slide the ball away for a throw-in rather than conceding a corner. Morocco still have possession on the far right-hand side. This time the player will go down and another free kick on the far right-hand side. And you just get the feeling that the Moroccans are beginning to get on the skin of the Cameroonian players, winning fouls upon fouls. And you have to say, wonderful tackle there from Abde Ezazoli. A
fantastic one to get the ball away from Mbeumo, who was trying to run solo to get that ball to the 18-yard box of the Moroccans. But like you said, it's been tackles on tackles from the Cameroonians, trying to defend their goalposts, trying to make sure the Moroccans don't get the ball into the 18-yard box. But you have to say it's been an incredible attacking play from the Moroccans. And the defensive nature that Cameroonians are coming. That was a very dangerous play there from I think Brahim Diaz was the player there, trying to get that ball against the Cameroonian who was going for the header when the Real Madrid man was trying to go with the leg, but I think the referee has changed his mind from the corner to a free kick for Cameroon.
Cameroon,
and rightfully so, because that was a dangerous play from Brahim Diaz. But like I was saying earlier, I think the defensive play for the Cameroonians is beginning to show here. They've been so defensive. 5 corners from Morocco, none for Cameroon yet. It tells you how attacking the Moroccans have been and how defensive the indomitable Lions have been trying to hold up.
Long ball forward from Avom, searching for the run of Brian Mbuemo, but goalkeeper Bono would run out of his goalkeeping area to clear that one. Throwing to Cameroon, their first real chance in and around the box of the Moroccan side. And we've played 18 minutes of football out there at the Prince Abdallah Stadium. Jamadao will take the throw in on the far right hand side. Cameroon will take a long one, searching for any Cameroonian player in the box, but headed away by Naif Aged. But here come Saibari, who would chase Malone Jr. Nicely done from the Cameroonian defender to switch play to the left hand side. Mbuemo gets a touch to Avom, tries to beat his marker, loses possession to Brahim Diaz, who tries to beat 1 or 2 Cameroonian players, who would pick the ball quickly to set up the play for Cameroon, for Morocco rather. Here they come now on the right hand side. The ball is brought from the right hand side to the centre area, but that pass blocked away and out for a throw-in.
I think the major difference between the Cameroonians and the Moroccan team this evening is the fact that the Moroccans, before they get the ball, they know what they want to do with the ball. They know where they want to send the ball to. But the Cameroonians are trying to still grasp how they want to control this game. We see how they just lost this opportunity of attack, talking about the Cameroonians just now, after that flick on from Brian Mbuemo. But the Moroccans are utilizing the opportunity of knowing, hey, what we want to do with the ball. And now you see Brahim Diaz.
Brahim Diaz beats one, tries to beat the second one, but goes to ground. The referee would call that back for another free kick on the right hand side, and the captain Nuhu just cannot understand why that has been given. But the linesman on that side was flagged that one for a free kick. Look at that, first touch, Peter's marker, 1-on-1 with the captain of the Cameroonian side. Yeah, that should be a foul.
Yeah, he was saying he got the ball actually. Yeah. But then the replay shows us that he didn't even get any part of the ball.
Clash of knees there.
And you have to say the fast movement, the slick movement also of Brahim Diaz really confused Nuhu there, who is really screaming his lungs out on the referee. Hey, man, you need to watch the way you're giving these guys cheap free kicks.
Saibari in the box, Masina in the box, Naifa Aged in the box. As Abde Ezazoli stands over this free kick for Morocco on the right side. Abde, long ball forward. And this time the last touch comes off Masina, so that will go out for a goal kick to Cameroon.
I think that was a deep in ball. Yeah, it was a deep in ball, and Masina tried to put his head to it, but just couldn't get him on target.
And we have a player down on the ground for the...
I think it's still Chamedu.
Yeah.
I think that injury...
the pain, and you can see the tears already rolling out, and you have to feel really sad for the man.
He was trying to shake it off, but hey, injury is injury. No matter how...
No matter how you try to shake it off.
If it's there, it's just there. You just have to take precautionary measures to make sure you don't worsen the case for yourself. But I think it's a tournament that Chamedu would want to still continue with. But this injury looks like the one that might just stop his good run so far at this tournament. Painful for him.
Yeah, painful for him. I mean, Chamedu has done so well. Like I said, he has been one of the most influential and instrumental players for the Cameroonians on that right-hand side. He does a good job with going forward and also going back to defend. And look at that. You look at that again. That really doesn't look good. Mazraoui just landing on the left knee of the man, and already in tears. This could spell the end of his tournament as the young Cameroonian defender who has been so good for them in this tournament so far. Well, he will be stretched off this one as Cameroon will be looking to make a substitution just early on in this first 45. We've played only 22 minutes of football.
He's a man they will miss. He's got 2 goals so far.
2 goals so far, yeah, wonderful player.
And his attacking instinct, his defensive play is something that, very absolutely fantastic for the Cameroonians. Let's not take it away that he'll be a key player that we'll be missing. A man that I feel that anybody who comes in now to replace him will need to step up
a bit, yeah,
to his level. You could see the tears. He's trying just to hold his eyes just because the tears are really pouring out from him. And I think it's a painful one for him that he just can't continue this game for the indomitable line. A fantastic player for Cameroon so far this tournament. The Stoke City man will be very, very disappointed that his tournament might just be ending this week.
Yeah, his tournament may just be coming to an end as Cameroon would set up for a substitution here. You get the feeling it will be like for like on that right hand side, and you can see he's been patched up on that left knee. He will play no further part of this quarter-final game in the Abdallah Stadium.
Ebimbe, I think, is a player who is coming on to replace Chamadu. Like we said, the man who has played so many games for the Cameroonians, got 2 goals for them so far this tournament. Definitely
for him.
Yeah, it's a terrible one for him.
Well, we've seen that the substitution, the man Dina Ebimbe, who plays his football for Stade Brestois out there in the French Ligue 1, has done some really nice things this season for the French side, but has also had some limited game time, but made it to the Cameroonian squad for the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. And when you have your first real opportunity to play for your national team in the quarterfinals, how do you manage such emotion?
Hey, you just have to put in your best. So far, he's played, I think, 52 minutes total. 2 games he's played for the Cameroonians, and so he shouldn't be under pressure to want to perform here and make sure he continue that game tactics. The idea that Pago has for this team to be able to scale through the host nation, but. Like we said earlier, it's still a game that the Cameroonians will still be watching out how they want to win, because so far we've not seen any attacking play from them. It's all been Moroccan side attacking and attacking with so many opportunities to attack. I'm yet to see some kind of attack, especially from Kufane, the teenager.
A teenager, young attacker, playing a side-by-side with Brian Mbeumo. We've not really seen anything from him in this game. Like you said, they've been limited to what they can do in the attack of the Cameroonian side. But I think with the change of the man Pimbe coming on, you just get the feeling that Cameroon would like to switch up their formation or try to add something going forward. Well, for the Moroccan side, they've been clearly the better side so far in the first 26 minutes of this game, with another cross into the box, and Nuhu, the captain, just getting to the end of that one.
I think it's
an energetic player. They were nowhere to be found.
Because this was plenty of space for that cross to come in, and nobody was closing him down. He couldn't still just push that ball a little bit further to get a strike at goal, but hey, he chose to cross that ball, and Nuhu was there to clear it out for another corner, and that's why he's screaming at his defenders, hey guys, come on, let's focus on our defending. Even though we're under pressure, let's still make sure we are focusing on marking out any player trying to get into our box.
All right, Morocco with another chance from the corner. You get the feeling with this many corners, things could change. The 6th corner comes, a chance now. Oh, they've scored the first goal of the game. El Kabi with his 4th goal of the tournament. A wonderful header from a cross from Hakimi Ashraf. And Morocco take the lead in the 26th minute of this game, 1-0.
Absolutely fantastic. We've been seeing those crosses coming from Ashraf Hakimi. He's been dipping it into the 6-yard box for the Moroccans to get the opportunity, and finally it came courtesy of I think it's Brian Diaz. He's the one celebrating because I think he got the last touch on that ball.
That's his 5th goal now.
And here he's really celebrating that goal. Fantastic one from the Moroccans. No doubt, definitely it's a goal we saw coming. It's like Brian Diaz actually had a last touch that ball after the header from El Kabi, but you have to give it to El Kabi, who really puts that ball there, and maybe offside call against Brian Diaz here, but I I think he put his body well to deflect that ball away from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And the Moroccans definitely have a deserving lead.
A deserving lead for the Moroccans, who are sporting their white jersey in this game. They've sent the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium into a frenzy. And I think no question for VAR. He was clearly onside when that header came from El Kabi. I think Nuhu, the defender, was keeping him onside. As Brahim Diaz, who we spoke about before the live commentary of this game, has scored his 5th goal in his 5th match in the Africa Cup of Nations. You get the feeling this may just be the player of the tournament.
Yeah, he could just be the player of the tournament, considering the fact that he's now the leading scorer for the goals award. And for me, I think Brahim Diaz has been fantastic in the first 27 minutes of this game that we'll see. Definitely getting a goal is credit to his name. Moroccans have been attacking. I think that was their 6th or 7th corner.
Yeah, 6th corner.
And so
and resulted to a goal this time.
Exactly, and they're getting the goal from Ashraf Hakimi's deep-in cross into the 18-yard box. Definitely, it's something they'll want to keep tight. They'll still want to make sure they get that extra goal here. Let's see if the Cameroonians can now come out to play attacking football.
All right, hopefully this will be the spark that Cameroon would need. Koto Junior just finding his way into the box of the Moroccan side. They're looking to put a good ball into the box. Avom will take it from the left-hand side, searching for any Cameroonian player to get on the end of this one. Free kick will come now from the left-hand side for Cameroon. Well, before the free kick, the referee will try to settle the squabble in the box. I think between Nuhu and Arged, both sporting jersey number 5 for their respective teams. Captain of the Cameroonian side. No question, Morocco have certainly been the better side. First 28-29 minutes of this game. Well,
it's an opportunity for the Cameroonians to test Bono.
Yeah.
We've not seen any attacking instincts or attacking play from them. Let's see what this cross will do.
Avom takes a cross into the box. The header will come from the new man Bambi, but will cleared away by Ged and headed away to clear the danger further by El Kabi. Here come the Moroccans now. Sabari drops the pass now for the man Abdel Azoli, who tries to beat his marker, but wonderful defensive job there from the man Malone Jr., who retains possession. Here come Cameroon now on the left hand side. Avom tries to beat his marker, unsuccessful as Hakimi Ashraf comes forward for the Moroccans. They win back possession as Cameroon now deep inside their own half. And switch of play now to the right hand side to new boy Dina Ebimbe. We'll go back to Malone Jr., to Baleba, now to Captain Nuhu, who has possession now. Will send a long ball forward, searching for Kofani, but that ball will roll straight to Bono, and that certainly so has been the story for Cameroon so far in this game.
I think the Cameroonians will need to do more in terms of how they try to transition the attack, because trying to play long balls into the 18-yard box of the Moroccans might not just do. I would expect that the likes of Baleba and Namso will definitely want to still do more in terms of that creativity in midfield to be able to send passes to the likes of the striking player Nohane, just to get the opportunity, because for me the fact that they are trying to lump in those high balls into the 18-yard box might not just do for them, as we see again that goal from Brahim Diaz.
It was clearly onside.
Like you said, Nuhu was keeping him on there, but fantastic header also from El Kabi.
You get the feeling that header may just be rolling into the back of the net, but he needed an extra touch from there just to confirm it. That header looks like it was going in, but
then the goalkeeper could have saved it.
Yeah, could have saved the header.
Because that deflection, in a way, paved the ball away or moved the ball away from his reach. And that just definitely tells you how well the Moroccans are happy with the goal that they've scored, and also trying to get the second one in this match.
Mbuemo seeing limited chances for his Cameroonian side, and on that occasion the pass forward to Mbambi would roll out for a throw into the host nation. We've played 32 minutes of football. It's still Cameroon 0, Morocco 1. Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. Well, if you're joining VIVX YouTube Live for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, grow our family, so bring you all of the best in African sports. a very humble self, Alex Mandamakola, alongside Timi, bringing you up to speed with everything happening out there in Rabat. 1-0, the host nation leading in this game. This could be very much so their tickets to the semi-final, waiting for either Algeria or Nigeria tomorrow.
And for the Cameroonians, I'm yet to see any attacking instincts from them. They've not really shown that they want to win this game. They've not really shown any attacking intelligence for me to say that, hey, maybe they might just come back in this game. Instead, what we've been seeing is the Moroccans still trying to run the rings and make the Cameroonians just run around, just scrapping for those loose balls. But the Moroccans are still looking for more goals here. The attacking play is still intact. The attacking play is still showing in this game. The Cameroonians need to step up their game and try to see if they can just play some good football to outwit the smartness of the Moroccans.
Here come Morocco now. Abde Ezazoli beats one, beats two. Nicely done. We send the ball now to the center circle area as Morocco will bring it forward now. Hakimi drops it for Brahim Diaz. Back to Hakimi. The captain of the Moroccan side plays for Paris Saint-Germain. The man who picked up the best player in the continent, has done so well for club and country. Mazraoui now on the left-hand side. Ezazoli to Sabiri, who has it now one-on-one with Bambi, the new boy who came on. And, the Moroccans are still very much in possession, passing the ball from left to right.
You see the way the Moroccans are playing. You can tell that they have a game plan. They have a strategy in how they want to play their game, how they want to play their football. I think kudos must go to Regragui for this. Even though Ezazoli is down, I don't know what happened in here, but he was an off-the-ball incident.
Off-the-ball incident. Look at that again. Yes.
And will this be going to the VR? I doubt it.
I doubt that very much.
Because, like I said, like I was saying earlier, the Moroccans are playing very good football. You could see their intent, and I think there's a Meli here just
I mean,
on the bench.
They wanted to go to VAR, but I don't think that's going to happen because that's an off-the-ball incident. No way that would go to VAR. Just looking at that again, the ball wasn't even going to that direction. The player who had possession was looking to run to the other side. So if he had laid that pass to Abde Ezazoli, then that's a different conversation entirely.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Moroccan captain speaking to the referee. The Moroccans want something from this one, but like I said, I mean, we've watched football for many years. I doubt that will be given as a penalty.
I don't think it should actually. The Moroccan bench are trying to agitate. The referee goes to the VAR.
Change the original decision of the referee. But I doubt he would do that.
And even as Ezazoli is still looking for
protesting.
That, still looking for that penalty. Come on, guys.
Well, we're going to restart play with a drop ball. I've seen some cheap penalties. That would be one of the cheapest if it was given.
Because if the ball had gone to that direction, you have said okay. But then the ball wasn't even going to his direction, and definitely no way you would call that for a penalty. But I think the Moroccans are still up for it here. Alex, like it or not, they're still playing very good football. They're still playing attacking football. Still trying to get that second goal. They know that it's not one and done yet, and they're feeling like they could just get that second goal and just relax a little bit. But the Moroccans the Cameroonians actually not really playing up to par for me, for my own liking, because I expected more from them. But then maybe if you look at what they played against South Africa in that round of 16, where they really didn't play well.
South Africa had the chance to even qualify.
Had so many opportunities to have played that game, but hey, the Cameroonians utilized the opportunities they got, and they got 2 goals against the one that Bafana scored. That's not the same thing we're seeing here. Instead, we are seeing the opposite of what happened in the round of 16 for the indomitable Lions, where the Moroccans are really using the opportunities to get the goals here, and they are hell-bent on making sure they don't do what happened to South Africa, or they don't repeat the mistakes of South Africa, where Cameroon niched on the opportunity of just scoring with the little chances they got.
All right, do well to drop your comments on our live chat as you watch along with us the game between Cameroon and Morocco, the second quarterfinal game of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco. I'll be taking some of your comments on our YouTube live chats. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, we applaud you to do that. vivxsports bringing you with all the best in African sports. Bono has it now. 38 minutes of football played out there at the Prince Moulay Abdallah. Still very much Morocco in the lead after a goal scored by the man of the tournament so far, Brahim Diaz. Abdel, chance, shoots! And that just off target. That was a great chance for the Moroccans to double their lead. It was the man Abdel Zazoli. Nicely done, but that's another chance gone begging.
Yeah, good intent from Zazoli. Yes, he dropped that ball well into a very dangerous position with that sweet movement he made. But that ball just didn't crawl enough to go towards the post. Maybe if it had gone towards the goal post,
maybe that would have gone in. Yeah,
it could have gone in.
It was just always swaying off target.
Yeah.
From the right boot of Abdel Zazoli.
And it tells you of what the Moroccans are still trying to do. He's trying to still get that second goal, pressuring the defense of the Cameroonians who are having a hell of a day trying to curtail them.
Here come Cameroon now. Rare array of attack for them. Good ball into the box. Player goes to the ground. Obama would get there first. Well, he doesn't. As Zazoli retrieves possession for the Cameroonians now as they have it. Mazraoui to Sabiri, back to Mazraoui, who heads it forward now to Abdel Zazoli. Here come Morocco with a chance now in the center circle. Brahim Diaz turns his marker inside out. Nuhu will get the second yellow card of the game, and I think that was needless from the Cameroonian captain.
Absolutely needless from Nuhu, who I think he should just have tracked back and just made sure his team were well settled in terms of trying to defend that quick transition from the Moroccans. But good play from Brahim Diaz here, trying to turn out Nuhu. He was trying to beat him with that quick run. But Nuhu sensed the danger, knowing that he's way off his position, knowing that if Brahim Diaz beats him in that position, definitely it's game over. It might just be the second goal.
Potential penalty call. You never know. As the man Sabiri.
I was trying to block that up from getting to the ball, but I don't think VAR has called in the referee for that check-in. But the Moroccan fans are having a field day.
Having a field day.
It's been a fantastic one for them. Just as they're looking for extra goals here to give them the assurance of that semi-final ticket.
Well, this conversation doesn't look like one that the Moroccan manager will be happy about, as the fans in the stadium are beginning to raise their voices. And they're in the lead here, not a commanding lead, so to speak. They've dominated possession. They have over 67% of the ball possession. That's the Moroccans now. And how about that for a view in the Africa Cup of Nations at the Abdallah Stadium? Wonderful pictures coming out of Rabat. Morocco will take their free kick just in the center circle. Argued will take it short, have it deep inside their own half. They'll switch play now from the center of the field to the left hand side to Mazraoui, looking to send the long ball forward for Zazoli, but that run, they wouldn't chase that one because the ball was hit too heavy. Out for a throw-in. Man Malone Jr. would take the throw-in deep inside the Cameroonian half. Well, for Cameroon, they're 5 times champion of this tournament. You remember beating Nigeria in the 1988 final and also doing so in the 2000 final out here in Lagos.
I think 3 times they've gotten to the finals. It's been Nigeria.
And they've picked up gold medals from those finals.
And that's a terrible one.
That's a terrible one if you ask me.
Especially the one in Lagos.
They've been responsible for giving us 3 silver medals. Especially the one in Lagos.
The one in Lagos was that was just too much to bear.
Terrible.
Too much to bear.
Well, Cameroon would be looking to find or claw their way back into this game. They've played 42 minutes on the clock out there in the Prince Abdallah Stadium, and look at that for pressing. El Akabi has possession now, tries to find Brahim Diaz. The player is down on the ground and will be needing some medical assistance there, as he's down in pain for the Cameroonians. Just hand to the face there from Akabi. Right call from the referee.
Yeah, excellent call from the referee, who has made sure that the Cameroonians got the green here, talking about the foul on the player, talking about Namaso.
Yeah.
Definitely, you just have to say that the Moroccans the way they're pressing, the way they are trying to even still win the ball back, just tells you of how hungry they are to win this match in regular time. And for me, they've looked more lively in terms of the attacking play. They've been more coordinated in their attack in terms of how they move the ball together. Not so with the Cameroonians, who are still trying to understand themselves. I've rarely seen Mbuemo even try to do anything in this game.
Right.
Not forgetting Kofani, who's also just been oblivious in this match so far. But hey, like they say in football, anything can still happen, eh?
Yeah.
Anything can still go.
Definitely anything can still happen. Where Kofani and Brian Mbuemo have been pedestrians in this game. They've not had too many, not received the ball a good number of times to even affect play for the Cameroonian side in the attacking position.
And
maybe the manager will be looking to maybe tweak that or change that approach in the second half.
But change it to what again? Exactly, because you have to say the Moroccans have been having it easy in terms of slicing through the midfield.
And even getting to the defensive area of the Cameroonians. They've done that so easily.
Very easy for them. It's Azuli on the wings, Ashraf on the wings. And talk about their midfield play also, cutting out space for the Moroccans. Talk about Saibari, just having the field day so far in this first half. I think the Cameroonians, they've not really done justice to getting this quarterfinal ticket. I expected more from them, and it's just been more or less like, hey, Morocco are having the best of their days. You'd have expected them to have a stiff challenge. The round of 16 for Morocco, Tanzania gave them a good fight. And I was expecting more from the Cameroonians, considering the fact that Cameroon is way higher up there
than Tanzania.
Than the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. But I think the Moroccans are enjoying what they are getting here. It's a goodwill for them that they've gotten the lead. And right about now, they're still on the ascendancy.
Yeah, still very much on the ascendancy. Two players are down on the ground for the Cameroonians. One of those players will be the man Nagida on that far side, and Kofani, who had an elbow to the face from Naif Aged.
I think the referee should be watching this. I think this is also a yellow card.
That looks like a yellow card if you ask me. But Brian Mbuemo would bring the ball back for a free kick just on the far left-hand side. El Kanous, the man responsible for the first foul, and Naif Aged responsible for the second one. And we've not really seen much from Baleba in that midfield alongside Avom and the man Namaso and Nagida. They've not really done so much to stop the danger coming into the other half of the area.
I think what has been happening is that the Moroccans have been stifling.
This doesn't look good if you ask me.
This is a yellow card for me any day, any time, because that was a straight elbow to the jaws of Kofani. From Naif Aged. I think you should be getting a yellow here. It's a pity that VAR cannot decide a yellow card for the referee, except maybe for mistaken identity. But I think, like I was saying earlier, the Moroccans have been able to stifle any attacking intent from the Cameroonians. They've been really pressing hard to get the ball back from the Cameroonians anytime they don't have the ball, and I think that's what's been working well for the Atlas Lions. I think the Cameroonians more or less are still playing to the gallery. They've not really gotten that rhythm you'd expect to see from them. I hope this can change in the second half, where maybe they would have gotten one or two ideas from the coach Dagu, who would have told them what they need to improve on, because so far in this first half it's been Morocco.
Morocco all the way for so far in the first 45. We've reached 45 minutes of football. 5 more minutes to be added before half-time. Mbuemo with a free kick opportunity from the left-hand side. This could be an in-swinger for the Cameroonian side, but poor free kick cleared away by El Kanous, only as far as the man Nuhu will send it back to the goalkeeper, who clears his line and passes. Nagida tries to send the back flick to the man Namaso, but the ball will come forward now on the left hand side. This is the man Namaso, and you can see Hakimi Ashraf just challenging the fans to raise their voices in the stadium. And that again, another poor touch from Cameroon. The ball will go straight to the goalkeeper, Bono.
The fans here have been urged to scream some more. But I think it's more or less like a motivation for the Moroccans to still get the fans on this side.
Here come Ezazoli now with a chance to Kabi. Oh, side netted. Yet another chance from the left-hand side. Nicely done. Ezazoli had the ball, just threaded that ball through to El Kabi. First time left shot, and the ball could only find the side netting.
And that's the striker's instinct. Get the ball, don't try to want to dribble, dress, or do some unnecessary leg work, step overs, and the rest of them. I think El Kabi nearly put that for that second goal, but then he wasn't just on target for him.
Not on target on that occasion, but Morocco would have another bite at the cherry. You get the feeling if the game continues this way, they may just create another clear chance to score the second goal of this game. Cameroon will have a throw in now deep inside their own half. They will take it by the man Mbambi. Malone Jr. sends a long ball forward looking for Koufani, headed away by Hakimi Ashraf, only as far as the man Mazraoui, the Manchester United defender. Malone Jr. would clear only as far as Baleba, who heads it down now for Junior Malone. Nice turn there from Namaso. We're winning free kick just around the centre circle. Now Unije bringing him down. Oh, there's a wonderful turn there from the man Namaso.
Good one from him.
Yeah. Wonderful first touch. Free kick deep inside just around the centre circle and in the half of the Moroccan side. Baleba would up to go shot. Wonderful player, one of the guys who have shown like a million stars in the Premier League this season. He will take it short to goalkeeper Mpasi. Long ball forward now, searching for a Cameroonian player in the box, only as far as the man Mbeumo, one-on-one with Mazraoui, tries to beat his marker, but was crowded there by two Moroccan players, but wins it back with a nice ball into the box. And first real opportunity, the ball across the face of goal, cleared away by the man Naifa again. Well, Regagi is complaining about something.
Yeah, I think it's the one about handball.
Yeah.
But here, let's see again if it was truly handball.
Maybe hand to the face.
Hand to the face for Ezazoli from Nuhu.
Ooh. Just a slight nudge there.
Yeah. I think the elbow also.
Yeah.
I think that it was the elbow Regagi was complaining about.
Yeah.
That could be painful sometimes.
And I think that Nu should watch it. It's on a yellow card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're playing against the host nation.
Yeah.
Everything might just work against you here.
Yeah. And Mpasi with the final seconds of the first 45. Malone Jr. sends a long ball forward. Burma would challenge that one in the air, headed away by the man Massina. Yes, we've reached half-time at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. The Moroccans will be going into the half-time break, taking the lead here after the man Brahim Diaz connected from a El Akabi header to give Morocco the lead in this game in the 26th minute of this one. It's finished out there in the first 45 at the Prince Abdallah. It's Cameroon 0, Morocco 1. Wonderful first 45, Timi. We've seen the two teams try to do what they know how to do best, but Morocco certainly the better side. On top of this game, they've had the lion's share of possession. They've scored the important goal to take the lead in this game. And what is your assessment for the first 45? I
think it's been Morocco all the way. The Moroccan side have been very, very perfect in the organization in terms of their organizational play.
Yep.
Their tactical play also has been on point. They've been very, very efficient in going forward and also winning back balls. I think the Cameroonians have not really had it funny in terms of trying to create their own play, trying to even get their rhythm together. The Moroccans have been able to stifle them, make sure that they don't get plenty of the balls in midfield. What the Moroccans have been able to do is when they get the ball, they just send it to the wings. Zalzili is in there, Ashraf is on the other end, Mazraoui also doing things for them, and not forgetting the midfield creativity also for the Moroccans. So it's been a fantastic first half for the host nation, and also Brahim Diaz getting onto that header from El Kabi, giving them the goal. definitely was a deserving lead from the Moroccans. But what we're yet to see is the Cameroonians come out to play good football. We saw flashes of what they could do in terms of trying to play some attacking play or attacking football, but it's just not working. The Cameroonians are still not up to it for me in this first 45 minutes. Let's see what the second half will hold for them. But so far, so good. Cameroon has given me value for money in the first half.
All right, Cameroon certainly so giving us value for money in the first 45. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you're just visiting our YouTube channel for the first time. vivxsports. We're here to bring you up to speed with everything happening in African sports, and yes, we're bringing you exclusive things and happenings in the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 out there in Morocco. We've brought you some amazing games, and we'll bring more to your viewing and listening pleasure as the tournament progresses in that one. We've seen some amazing games so far. Today, Senegal qualified to the next round, beating Mali by 1-0. It was an error of a goal considered by the Malians in that one. But Senegal are in the next round, waiting for the game between Cote d'Ivoire and Egypt tomorrow for who they play, as Morocco also would wait, if they get to the next round, that is, they'll wait for the Nigeria-Algeria game for 5 p.m. tomorrow. Whoever wins that game goes to the next round of the competition. Like I said, the numbers is flashed there on your screen. If you're trying to reach us and trying to let us feel your pause on the game so far, Cameroon trailing at halftime by 1-0. Brahim Diaz scoring that goal in the 26th minute, and yes, getting his 5th goal of the tournament after playing 5 games for Morocco in this tournament. The numbers flashed there on your screens. If you're trying to reach us right here, if you're watching from the city of Rabat, or you're watching from Morocco, you're watching from Cameroon, or you're even watching from Nigeria, and you want to say hi to us in the studio and also want to share your take on the game so far, and the one you saw earlier on where Senegal qualified, beating Mali by 1-0. We'll be here to take those calls, and also we appreciate your messages to keep them coming on YouTube. All right, I can see lots of people just waving and saying hi to us on YouTube. Do not forget to click the subscribe button as we get set to bring you with all the latest in the world of sports. vivxsports right here, the coverage for Morocco v Cameroon. We'll go on a short timeout. When we come back, it's all about the second 45. Don't go nowhere.
Morocco, 52 matches, 24 nations, 9 stadiums, 6 cities, 1 continent, 1 title, 1 goal. The undisputed champion of Africa. Wake up, Africa!
2025 African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, or the Squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the indomitable Lions, the Stallions, the Zebras, the Leopards, or the defending champions, the Elephants in the room?
Well, whatever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and dirty your December with the best of football that the African continent has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosted to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla!
Morocco, 52 matches, 24 nations, 9 stadiums, 6 cities, 1 continent, 1 title, 1 goal. The undisputed champion of Africa. Wake up, Africa!
2025 African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, all the squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the indomitable lions, the stallions, the zebras, the leopards, or the defending champions, the elephants in the room?
Well, whatever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and dirty your December with the best of football that the African continent has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosted to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla!
نعود إليكم مجددا. نجم المباراة مرة أخرى هو برايم دياز مسجل الهدف، هدف التأهل للدورة ربع نهائية لنهائيات كأس إفريقيا. برايم دياز, congratulations. How do you feel after winning and qualifying for the next round of the Africa Cup of Nations?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it was a tough game, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have to say they play a good game, but you know, we have so many talent in our team. I think we deserve to win, to be honest. We create a lot of chance, and then we score the goal. And yeah, so happy, so proud of my team. So happy to be in quarterfinal, and now, like I say, now we need to recharge the energy to give everything again in quarterfinal. And also so proud of the fans. It was incredible atmosphere.
Let me ask you, does this performance show the ambitions of Moroccan national team on the Africa Cup of Nations?
Yeah, you know, I think.
And what do you need to improve?
Yeah, of course, you know, in this cup, I think we need to go game per game. We need to improve every game and give more and more and more every game. I think, to be honest, like I said, I'm proud of my team because, you know, it's this kind of game which you need to win.
Yeah.
And it was difficult, but at the end, we win and we are in the next round, and I'm so happy.
You give me this trophy as a gift.
You won it, okay.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. كان معنا إبراهيم دياز.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sufyan. Yeah, you're a popular guy.
It's okay, my friend.
Brahim, big congratulations. At this tempo, you're going to end with 7 goals in the competition.
It's good, really good. Since I, you know, I feel proud to be here, proud of my team, proud of the fans. And like I always say, I need to give everything for them, for the fans, because if you see the atmosphere today, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so happy to have a score, but you know, for me, the most important is to be in the next round.
Obviously. Now, coming here from Madrid, you didn't play much, you didn't have a lot of playing time, but you're fit, you're playing well. Did you expect it from yourself that you would reach this level?
I'm calm.
Yeah?
I'm really calm. So, yeah, you know, I feel I have to give a lot to my country, and also to give a lot to the fans, because they love me so much. Also, you know, someone told me Real Madrid won, so I'm happy, double happy, because they won and we won also.
Yeah, I hope you have enough space in your closet for all of these.
You know, today I think I will put there in the.
All right, welcome back to our YouTube live stream here via vivxsports for the big Africa Cup of Nations second quarterfinal game. Cameroon playing against Morocco at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium out there in Rabat, Morocco. Yes, 26-minute strike from Brahim Diaz after he connected with a header from El Kabi to give Morocco the lead in that game. Now you can call us up for us to fill your pause and let us know your take on the first 45 so far. Like I said, the numbers to call 081 361 97658. All right, call us up. The numbers are there flashed on your screen. So you want us to fill your take for the first 45 of this one. You can also call us to talk about Nigeria's game tomorrow against Algeria. It's a big game by our standards. You can also let us know what you think about that one that will happen tomorrow, or talk about the Côte d'Ivoire against Egypt game that will also happen by 8 p.m. tomorrow for the final quarter-final game. All right, so like I said, the numbers right there on your screen to reach us here via VX Sports Studios as we bring you bring you up to speed with everything happening in the African Cup of Nations. Like I said, second half will be kicking off just in a moment. But before we go to the second 45, I'd like to come to Timi on this one. You've seen the first half. You've also assessed the first half. What are you looking forward to in the second 45? And, are you looking at changes for the Moroccan side or the Cameroonians? What's your expectations for the second half?
Well, expectations for me is that the Cameroonians come out to play football. They come out better in terms of their transition in attacking play. They need to do that better in the second half. I didn't see that in the first half from them. Brahim Diaz, who got the goal, scored his fifth goal at this tournament, and that tells you the story of how these Moroccan teams have been very, very fantastic.
Yeah.
We said he was the main man. We said he was the man to beat. We said the man he was the man that they'll be looking to cage, but then the Cameroonians have not been able to cage him. We also talked about Brian Mbeumo, who is the star man for Cameroon, but we've not seen any shadow of him in that first half. So it's been Morocco all the way in that first game. This is the fourth time, by the way, that they'll be meeting at the African Cup of Nations, and this might just be the first time that Morocco will be edging the win against the Cameroonians. But for the second half, I expect the Cameroonians to come all out because they need to get a goal now. Defensive play will not help you to win this match. It will not help you not to concede more because we've seen how defensive you were in the first 45, but then you still consider the goal. In fact, Morocco had so many opportunities to have at least scored one or two, but then it was only one that could just go in. But let's see how it goes for the Moroccans, who have scored in 4 of their 5 quarterfinals in the African Cup of Nations. It tells you their intent at this Nations Cup, and it tells you what they really want to achieve. They want to go as far as the finals and even lift the trophy at the end of the competition. And so for the second half, still Morocco will definitely want to up their ante. Cameroon, I expect them to do same in terms of trying to find that equalizer. The Moroccans will be very, very wary of that, and they might just use that opportunity to punish the Cameroonians, who will be looking for the equalizer.
All right, the Cameroonians will be looking for an equalizer. For Morocco, they'll be looking to maybe seal the game off. A second goal may just do that for the Moroccan side in the second 45. Like I said, vivxsports YouTube live stream here this wonderful evening for the second quarterfinal game out there in Morocco. Now, do not forget, if you're joining us for the very first time, we get to bring you up to speed with everything happening in African sports. So it will be nice for you to hit the subscribe button and grow our family as we bring you with all the best. You can also call us right now if you're watching from wherever you're watching from the world. You can call us up. The numbers are right there on your screen, and we can also we'll love to hear from you, and we'll also love to feel your pause on this game and the games that will come tomorrow. Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, and Nigeria playing against Algeria. You can also talk about the Senegal-Mali game that finished in favor of the Senegalese side as they made their way to the semi-finals of the competition earlier today. All right, so yeah, I'll be waiting for your calls to come in and take your calls before we go back to live commentaries for the second 45 here in our studios this wonderful evening. So Timi, you've already talked about the first half. You talked about the second 45, and I'll just go to tell you, I don't know, where do you see it becoming better or good for the Cameroonians? What do you think they can change? One single thing that can happen for them to maybe claw their way back, because the second goal is so important in this game. If it goes the Cameroonian way, then they have an opportunity of getting back in this game and maybe dragging it to extra time. But if it goes the Moroccan way, you just get the feeling that this could just be good night Vienna.
I think the Cameroonians need to do more in terms of their creativity in midfield. I want to see Brian Mbeumo commit more to that midfield link between himself and the midfielders. It's been very scarce in terms of passes to Brian Mbeumo from the midfielder. I expect that the likes of Avon, Baleba, and also Namaso will be better in terms of how they link up with the two attackers in Mbeumo and also Kofani. For me, what I want to see from the Cameroonians is they need to go forward a bit more together, not isolated runs from Brian Mbeumo or Kofani, or trying to launch those long balls to either of the strikers. I think I want to see 4 at least 3 players joining them in attack. I'm talking about Brian Buemo and also Kofani. And if they can do this, if they can also hold on to the play and try to do 1 or 2 in that midfield, I know creativity is a bit scarce for them in that midfield because Baleba is not so much of a creative player. He's a man who tries to break play of the opposing team. He's not been able to create much for them. Avon too has not been able to do much in terms of creating. Namaso, same too from him. But what I still want to see from them, especially those 2 players, apart from maybe Baleba, Avon and Namaso, I want to see them try to join the attack more with the likes of Brian Buemo and also Kofani. Also, let's not forget the wingers. Nagida, I want to see more crosses from him. If he takes on those runs and puts in those crosses, he might just be lucky that maybe one of the Cameroonians.
All right, second 45 up and running out there in Rabat as we get set to bring you up to speed with everything happening out there for the second 45. Cameroon will be playing this time from right to left. Still very much sporting their traditional dark green jerseys over red shorts and yellow socks, while the host nation Morocco will play from left to right, sporting white over white shorts and white socks. Second 45 up and running for this one, and like Timi rightly stated, you want to see more from the Cameroonians, and they've started that already in the second half, winning a free kick just in a very good position to send a good ball into the box. We've started the second 45, and like you said, hopefully we get to see more goals and amazing football from both sides. This time the ball is swung into the box, headed away by Naif Aged for the Moroccan side. Here come Morocco now. Nicely done. Here come the Cameroonians. Namaso, forward pass, searching for Mbambi, who has switched positions for this second 45. Brian Diaz turns his marker inside out, will lay a pass back to El Canus, to Aged, forward ball only as far as the man sporting jersey number 18, Nagida, for the Cameroon side. Here come Cameroon now. Well, he's brought to ground, the man who was brought on in the first 45, Bimbe. That's a foul there from El Kabi, who brings down a Bimbe, the Stade Brestois player, who hasn't really done much for Cameroon since coming on for Chemadao. Baleba, nice turn, brought to ground by Abde Ezazoli. Referee would bring that back. Foul, says the centre referee. You can see more from Cameroon already in the first 3 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, they know they need to get that equalizer. They know the best way to get an equalizer at this point in time is to try to attack the Moroccans because they really didn't attack them in the first half. And I'm happy that it's like they heard my call. My clarion call. And we are beginning to see more play in midfield for the Cameroonians.
Well, if Cameroon continue this way, they may just be the first side to score in this second half. As Hakimi Ashraf would bring down a player, Avom, who is down on the ground. Still reeling in pain for that challenge from the captain of the Moroccan side. I thought that would have been given a foul to the Cameroonian side, and look at that. Yeah,
but maybe the referee was thinking it was a shoulder-to-shoulder badge. Pagou here raising his hands.
Not happy.
They're really not happy with that foul not called on his player Avon.
Well, the throw-in will go this time in favour of the home side. Hakimi will take it just deep inside the Moroccan half of things. Well, scratch that. The restarts play from a drop ball from the referee. Was that a fair game so far?
He's been able to control the game. He's not really had so many controversies. Issues on the field of players have been minimal, and I think the players have been adhering to the strict rules of the game. And we've only seen a couple of yellow cards in the first half, but the referee has been fantastic so far.
Fantastic officiating and expert analysis from Timi here for the second 45 of this game. as we see another yellow card just when you call the referee.
And I think this is the first for Morocco. Canoes, the man who has gotten this.
Well, that really was a rash challenge there, just going into that one.
I think they've been escaping
many of the challenges.
Yeah, because I would have thought that they should be on 1 or 2 from the very first start. But hey, I think the referee has risen up to the occasion now to just dish out those cards. The Moroccans are not playing fairly.
And yet again, it's Avom who's down on the ground. That's the second time in about 2 minutes that we're seeing Avom go to the ground as the yellow card to the man El Khanous would be the very first yellow card for Morocco rather in this game. Yes, Cameroon have seen 2 yellow cards in the first half, one to Avom, the other to Nuhu, the captain of the Cameroonian side, as Avom would be needing some medical assistance there. Just a magic spray would do, would be fine and back on his feet. And Regagu just dishing out instructions to a tensed Moroccan bench. They don't look so comfortable. I mean, they're in the lead, but you get the feeling that could switch or change in a matter of seconds.
Because 1 goal lead is nothing to bank on, especially in quarter-final games like this, at this magnificent competition. You expect that they will be wary, knowing that just 1 goal is not enough for them to be celebrating at this point in time. It's still early days in the second half here, and for me, I think Morocco will still be wise enough to try and get that second goal. What I call the insurance goal.
Yeah, the insurance goal,
because
so to speak,
then you can now start having that a little breather in terms of getting the semi-final ticket. But for now, they still need to be very, very careful on how they don't lose their guards against the Cameroonians who will be looking for the equalizer.
Well, I have to give credit to Avom personally. He has, I think, been one of the midfielders for the Cameroonian side who has been everywhere on the pitch. Avom. And with that, he has also received a yellow card. And this doesn't look good for El Kabi.
I think he
went into that challenge.
Yeah, he's getting a warning from the referee this time. But I think this is the second time he'll be doing
second time.
Like this.
A barge to the back of Nagida. And the referee would say player.
Yeah, the referee still so
very
nice.
lenient.
So nice.
A referee from Mauritania has only seen 3 yellow cards shown to this game. It could have been more, if you ask me. Back on the Cameroonian side now. Malone Jr. to Baleba. Nicely done. Sends it now to the other side of the area to the man Tolo Nuhu, who's the captain of the Cameroonian side. You remember the game they played against Nigeria in the quarterfinals of the previous tournament where they lost to the Nigerian side. Unana was the goalkeeper in goal in that tournament. Aged forward, but only as far as the Cameroonians now. Here they come with a chance of their own as the man Namaso, who has an opportunity to maybe try and create something in the edge of the area, but nice foul won there. It was smartly done by the Moroccan youngster.
And that was a smart move from
just
the
to shoot the ball and go to ground. He was always going to get the favor of the referee there.
And he was lucky to get that because Ayanui was really dead to just shoot that ball from Kufane, not getting it quickly.
54 minutes of football played in the second 45 of this wonderful quarter-final game out there at the Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. Morocco have possession deep inside their own half now. And to go all the way back to goalkeeper Bono, who switches play, searching for Mazraoui. Sabari will take it now. Another foul, this time in favor of the Moroccan side. You just get the feeling that Morocco are looking to kill the early pressure from Cameroon in the second 45. We've seen their players go to ground a good number of times already in this second half.
And then the idea is just to make sure the momentum that the Cameroonians coming with, they try to kill it before they could gather it.
Here come Cameroon now, deep inside their own half. They have possession. Ball back to captain Nuhu, who will switch play now to find his partner in defense, who hasn't done much in this game, Koto. Koto now to Nuhu. Nuhu would look to bring the ball forward. It goes to ground. Referee says play on. Oh, well, they caused that back for a foul. Kabi is trying to take the ball off the Cameroonian captain. Oh, there'll be a stop in play there. That's another. We'll take the replay of the free kick. However, the referee didn't like the way the first one was taken, and we're going to restart play with a drop ball to the captain of the Cameroonian side, Nuhu. Goes to the left-hand side now to pick out a pass to Nagida. Nagida goes all the way back to Koto. Koto now to the midfield. Finds the run of the man Baleba. Baleba now switches play to Malon Junior. Malon Junior forward pass to Mbeumo. Mbeumo drops it back to Malon Junior, who goes back to Koto, deep inside the Cameroonian half. Switches play now to the left-hand side, searching for the run. The man Nagida doesn't get there, so he loses possession as the ball will roll out for a Moroccan goal kick.
The Cameroonians are still trying to settle into the second half, trying to get that opportunity to get into the 18-yard box of the Moroccans, but it's not been easy. Surprisingly, the Moroccans have been flat-footed in terms of their attacking play. We saw intense in the first half, but the second half, it's been docility on the part of the Moroccans. It's just been watching play here and allowing the Cameroonians to ride over them in terms of how they want to dictate the play of this game in the second half.
Forward pass now from the man Massina in defense for Morocco, but that header there from Lakabi will trouble no one as the ball goes back to Cameroon. And just some funny display in defense from Cameroon, but they've looked to calm things down now. They have possession on the left-hand side. Nagida Avon goes back to Koto, the defender. Was charged to the ground there, but the referee says play on. Avon will receive it deep inside their own half, just bringing the ball forward in the center circle area. And drops it now for captain Nuhu. Nuhu to Avon. Avon tries to play the 1-2, the give and go. The unsuccessful on that occasion. Here come Brahim Diaz with a chance now. Treads the ball forward, looking for the man El Kabi. He wouldn't get there first as Koto comes across to win possession and wins the goal kick for his side.
I think El Kabi was slow there.
I think absent mind there. Just didn't know that Koto was arriving from the other side.
Yeah, he was not really aware of his surroundings or his environs, immediate environs there, and there he's still looking for some kind of opportunity from the referee to give him that call. Well, surprisingly,
surprisingly so. Bimbe, the man who came on in the first 45 for the injured Chamadao, has been taken off now in the second half for yet another exciting midfielder for the for the Cameroonian side.
And Kudu. I think the coach now wants to go all attacking. Because for me, you're trying to replace a defensive-minded player now for a more attacking-minded player. Even the coach has changed his clothing.
Looks not the same from the first 45.
He's under pressure to deliver here. But I think the Cameroonians are still trying to grasp this game from the scruff of the neck. Still not having the opportunities they are craving, because at this point it's still neither here nor there in the second half so far. Yes, we've seen more run-ins from the Cameroonians. We've seen more coordinated play from them in the second half, but then it's not created so much as to get a goal against the Moroccans.
Well, we're approaching 60 minutes of football in this second quarter-final game in the Africa Cup of Nations, and the man that came on, Nkudu, hasn't played any game so far for Cameroon in this tournament. Where's jersey number 7? He was listed on the bench for their first game. He wasn't even in the squad for the last 2 games of the group stages, and also on the bench for their round of 16 tie against the South African side. So he's making his first appearance in this game. Here come Morocco now with a chance. Forward. El Khanous sends the ball now to the right-hand side. Brahim Diaz. Opportunity now, tries to beat Nkudu, who just came on, but the ball would roll out for a corner. This time to the Cameroonians, who've considered the corner rather to the Moroccans. Brahim Diaz doing a wonderful job there to win a corner.
Yep, a smart one from him.
Yeah.
Nkudu just couldn't get the ball from his legs until he went out for a corner. But the Cameroonians will still be very careful here, because the first goal they considered came via a corner.
Yeah.
They don't want to repeat that same mistake in the second half.
Well, the corner this time will come from the right-hand side. Hakimi will take, sends the ball into the box.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Good header there from Abde Zazoli. Just on the roof of the net. Chance gone begging.
Absolutely fantastic corner again from Ashraf Hakimi. Pinpoint to pick out is Al-Zuli, but then the header just couldn't go on target from the Real Betis player. I think it was a fantastic header also from him. The ball to the head. Powerful header from him, but then it just couldn't beat the goalpost.
All right, so if you're seeing our YouTube channel for the very first time and you love what we do here at vivxsports, please hit the subscribe button so that we can grow this family and bring you more excitement when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. And if you're watching us right now and you want to share your take on this game and talk about the other games that will come much later tomorrow, the numbers are there flashed on your screen to reach us here in the studio. And yeah, I think it doesn't look good.
The Cameroonians are getting agitated. They're looking animated. At this point in time, the call's not coming in for them. I think they'll need to do more here in terms of trying to control their temper and also control their emotions in this second half.
Here come the Moroccans now with a chance, looking for their second. The ball into the box, cleared away by the man Nuhu, who would miss the next game if Cameroon rather qualified to the next round. Another chance now. An attack on the right hand side. Hakimi with a chance, sends the ball into the box. Ooh. And look at that, cleared on the line. And that's a chance gone begging for the Moroccans. Hakimi with a good ball into the box. But a goal line clearance keeps this game at 1-0, and Sabairi is down on the ground. And that was another good opportunity. Worked really well on the right hand side.
Excellent delivery into the box, and Sabairi just couldn't get his head to that ball. But the goalkeeper also, for the Cameroonians, we have to give him credit for coming out to dissuade Sabairi from getting a clean header to that ball. And I think goal line clearance here, definitely from the defense of Cameroon, made sure that ball didn't cross that line.
Well, there was the man Koto who plays in the defense for Cameroon, on the line there, clearing the ball with his left boot. That could go anywhere. That could have ended up in the back of the net, and that would have been 2-0 and maybe good night for Cameroon. Wonderful cross there. It was touched by Nuhu. And the goalkeeper got the ball first, so right call. And I don't know about this, if there may be some part of the ball crossed the line, but good clearance from Koto.
Yeah, remember, it has to be the
whole ball,
going across the line. So maybe just a little bit of that ball.
Even if we have just 3% of the ball still on the line, no goal given.
No goal.
All right, Koto saving the blushes of Cameroon for that opportunity. That easily, like I said, could have been 2-0. Mbuemo has it now deep inside their own half. Here come Cameroon with a chance of their own. Valeba tries to go forward, beats his marker, and the referee will call that back for a foul. The Cameroonians want more than just a foul. They want a yellow card. It was the man Namaso who was brought to the ground rather by the man El Kanouz, who is on a yellow card, and you get the feeling that's the reason why the Cameroonian players are rushing to the referee to maybe reduce the Moroccans to 10 men here. The referee would pay no attention to that though. Free kick to Cameroon.
I think the Cameroonians will want to apply that pressure on the referee to give out that card.
I mean, if they reduce the Moroccans, that could give the Cameroonians an advantage.
Yeah, it could give them a big advantage at that. I remember the first quarterfinal we saw, Mali were reduced to 10 men also in the second half, and they just couldn't do much in that second half against Senegal.
Ball into the box, headed away by the towering figure of Masina. Here come Abdez Azoli. Long ball forward, searching for the run of Brahim Diaz. But good clearance there from Koto, who goes all the way back to goalkeeper Mpasi, who hasn't had much to do, if you ask me, in the second 45. Apart from that chance, we saw him clear his line.
Yep.
Against Sabari.
I think the Moroccans have been way off in the second half.
Yeah. It's a very different Moroccan side from the one we saw in the
first half.
Yeah.
And it tells you of how well you can play in the first half. The ability for you to maintain that momentum, the ability for you to maintain that pressure is what matters in football games. And if Cameroonians can just understand the dynamics of how they want to play, or understand that the creativity they need to get into this game, they might just be getting that equalizer they want.
All right, before they get the equalizer, here come the Moroccans now. El Kabi with a chance, treads the ball through for Al Khanous, who takes a shot but blocked by Nuhu, who now has been everywhere for the Cameroonian side.
He's a captain.
Maybe a call for offside. Yes,
I think this is definitely offside.
He was way offside. He's down on the ground now. El Khanous, the young man who's also been really good for Morocco, one of the young stars of this team.
Yep.
And yes, a old guard, so to speak, a veteran. Amrabat and Youssef El Nesiri looking to come on for Morocco. And then, I mean, if you're a Cameroonian fan or a Cameroonian player and you look to the bench and you see El Nesiri and Amrabat looking to come on, that may spell doom for Cameroon going forward.
It spells a lot of work for you to still do when you see those two veterans coming on, especially for Yusuf and Nesiri, who can also score goals. He's not gotten any goals so far in this competition, and I believe
surprisingly so.
Yeah, surprisingly so. Even though what surprises me more is the fact that he comes on from the bench.
From the bench, yeah.
You'd have expected
sitting
him
on the bench for El Kabi.
For El Kabi, it's really surprising.
Yeah.
But hey, let's see how it goes. These are very good players. Talking about Amrabat and also Yusuf and Nesri. Let's see what they bring into this lackluster second half from the Moroccans. They are struggling to get into their rhythm again in this second half. Maybe these two changes will just jolt them back to life.
All right, that could be the story for the Moroccans if they bring on the two experienced figure of Amrabat and Youssef El Nesiri, who scored that wonderful goal for the Moroccan side to take them to the semi-finals of the World Cup against the Portuguese side in the quarterfinals.
That made Ronaldo crying,
yeah, rightly so. Good like-for-like substitution. El Kabi coming on for El Nesiri, and the man El Khanous also coming off for Amrabat, Sofiane Amrabat.
The sweet thing about these changes from Walid Regragui is the fact that he still maintains the same position.
Yeah, still maintains the
tactical position, the tactical dimension that he had in the first half is what he's still trying to maintain with this substitution that he's brought on. Still that one man in attack, and also Sofiane Amrabat trying to make sure that things are still well balanced in midfield. Let's see what the Cameroonians can do. Let's see if they can react well and we just get that equalizer.
All right, we're approaching 70 minutes of football. Still Cameroon searching for an equalizer. Mbuemo tries to go forward. He's brought to the ground. And look at that again. In second call, the referee would play on for now. Mbuemo still very much down on the ground, reeling in pain. And now that conversation of maybe a VAR check.
I think
come on.
The referee saw it clearly and said no penalties.
Ooh,
and
I think that should be given.
This should be given.
Yeah.
This should be given. This should be given because the legs of
Mbuemo, the right leg of Mbuemo, that's the standing leg, was removed off the ground.
It was clipped.
It was clipped there, and he is down on the ground. There's still no cause for VAR.
Masina is the culprit here.
Yeah. Masina there just going into that tackle for Brian Mbuemo. And I have no idea why we've not gone to VAR. Maybe we're checking for offside.
Ooh. It's dead ball actually, not even offside.
Dead ball, yeah, not even offside.
You'll expect that the VAR will call the referee.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's happening.
Oh.
This is a major talking point if you ask me. I wonder
it's
the reason why we started the play with a drop ball from the referee.
It's a controversial one from the referee. You would have expected that the VAR men, the VAR referees would have called his attention to that tackle, because
Mbeumo was clearly onside when he received the pass.
And from the look of things in a real play, the referee just waved his hand at no penalties when it happened. And so maybe, I don't know, maybe the VAR men are just trying to stick to what the referee has decided.
Yeah. Nagida, forward ball now, looking for the man Nkudu, who came on in the second 45, who would win a corner, red corner for the Cameroonian side, who are looking a better side in the last 5 minutes of this game. Nkudu there, nicely done, tries to beat Aged, who almost went to a cynical tackle in the box.
Trying to pull Nkudu
down, Namasa will take the corner, this time on the left-hand side for the Cameroonians. Nswinga sends the ball forward, but into the box, too straight to the hands of the goalkeeper, Yashin Bono. And I'm not the one or the type that would love to dwell on controversies, but I would really like to know or see that back on replay, why the referee restarted play with a drop ball. I really would love to know why. Baleba, forward pass, searching for Kofani, who has been strolling in the second 45, hasn't had much to do. 71 minutes of football played. Here come Cameroon now with another chance. Forward pass to Kofani. And just couldn't sort out his feet, loses possession. Morocco would clear their lines, go as far back as goalkeeper Mpasi. Yeah, we've seen just one corner for Cameroon. 7 gone in favour of the Moroccans so far in this game. But you have to say, Timi, Cameroon have been the better side in the second 45.
Yeah, they actually have been. Only that they've not created scoring chances. They've been playing better. They've been passing better. They've been trying to be very organised in this second half in terms of their attacking play. The only worrying thing for me is that they've not created the good chances to test Yashin Bonu, who has been on horse for me, more or less like a vacation in his goal post. But with this second corner that they're having, you expect that Cameroon want to put every attacking play into this corner.
Well, Mbeumo stands over this one from the right-hand side of the Cameroonian attack. He'll swing one into the box with a chance, and Kudu almost got there. And that would have been the opportunity for them to put one into the back of the net. Good cross from Mbeumo.
A rare opportunity for them to get that on target, but they just still couldn't hit the right head, or the direction from Kudu just didn't go towards goal. And that was a very, very good opportunity for Cameroon to have gotten at least a shot on goal, or maybe even an equalizer.
Yeah. Well, keep your comments coming on our YouTube live stream out there via vivxsports. Drop them. I'll be here to take them. And if you also want to reach us in the studios here this wonderful evening, you can call the numbers flashed on your screen. Here come Morocco now. Brahim Diaz on that right-hand side tries to beat Nagida. Well, unsuccessful on that occasion, as the man would give out a throw into Morocco on that far right-hand side. And this game is beginning to liven up, as you're seeing more and more chances when it comes to attacking display from two sides. Hakim will take the throw in now, searching for the man Brahim Diaz. It's pushed to the ground. And yes, the afters will come.
I think that was a cynical push.
Yeah, from the man
from
Nagida.
Nagida. I think it was really cynical
for him. There, yeah. As all as that would be a foul any day.
And you still see him protesting. What did I do? Come on, guy. We all saw you.
We saw that clearly. Free kick would go in favour of the host side. Morocco would play their free kick from the right-hand side of their own attack, with players like Nahif Aged up front. Massina also striding into the box and hoping to get the second goal for their side. This could well be a real opportunity for the Moroccans, and you get the feeling that from a set piece they could be dangerous if the Cameroonians don't take or watch it at the back. The corner, the free kick rather, will come from Abde Izazoli. Swings one into the box. The ball drops for Sabiri. Morocco doubles their lead. And It's out there in the quarterfinals of this game. Wonderful strike from the left foot of the man Sabiri. And Morocco double their lead at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. The fans are in a frenzy. And this certainly so puts Morocco just one step closer to the semi-final.
Absolutely fantastic from the Moroccans. I think they are utilizing the corner kicks, the set piece they've gotten in this game to give themselves opportunity to score goals. We've seen it over and over again the first half. This second half, we've not seen much of it. But then they had the opportunity with this corner or with this free kick, more or less, and it's gotten them the second goal. Saibari's first goal of the tournament. He took his time because the ball was just there for him. If he won't go could be scored back, that ball would still be there because he had all the time in the world to look for where he could place that ball. There was nobody trying to stop him. There was nobody marking him. There was no Cameroonian very close to him. He just took his time, picked his spot, and placed that ball in the bottom corner for the second goal that the Atlas Lions will be enjoying in this match.
Well, the Atlas Lions have doubled their lead, bringing down the indomitable Lions, who have a better head-to-head record when it comes to Africa Cup of Nations games against Morocco. But as the man Regagu said before this game, it's a different generation of Moroccan players.
Yep.
And they're looking at an opportunity of hosting this tournament and winning. They did that in '88, but they lost to Cameroon in the semi-finals. But this time, they've doubled their lead. 76 minutes on the clock. There's Cameroon 0, Morocco 2. And you just get the feeling, Timi, this certainly so may just be good night.
It might just be the good night call from the Moroccans to the Cameroonians. Like I said earlier, they've used a set piece to get their 2 goals in this game. And you just have to give credit to the Moroccans, who have been very, very solid, even not playing as much as they did in the first half and the second half. But they've been very solid defensively. They've not allowed the Cameroonians to get loads of chances like they are trying to get. As we see them now trying to still make extra changes to see if they can get back into this game.
Yeah,
I doubt it so much because I just have this feeling that second goal was just good night.
Well, that second goal could be good night. Baleba will come off now for the man Onana in the midfield for the Cameroonian side. We saw an earlier substitution, Kofana coming off for Eta Iyong, the Levante striker. And the man Maigri will also come on for the Namaso in this game. But you just get the feeling these substitutions are coming just maybe late on into this game.
Yeah, it's
Eta Young bench for this game for Kofane, who hasn't done anything. You get the feeling that may have just been a wrong call from the coach of the Cameroonian side.
Well, he's got a goal against South Africa, and you want to keep that winning momentum. You want to keep that streak on for the teenager. But like you said, Eta Young also experienced player, striker who can also get goals for the Cameroonians. But let's see what he can do in the remaining minutes of this game.
Hopefully for Cameroon, they try to get more attacks going forward. Well, the funny thing about football is the fact that this game is not even over yet.
At all. It's not.
Because we've seen amazing things happen in the world of football.
Yeah, in just 2 minutes.
Who says Cameroon cannot score 2 goals in 2 minutes?
Hey, we had the round of 16 match where Algeria got last minute.
Yeah. It happens.
And the funny thing is, Cameroon, I don't know, I think they had this belief, this mindset that they were playing second fiddle to the Moroccans from the get-go.
Maybe too much respect?
Yeah, too much respect was given to the Moroccans. Maybe they could have really gone for the gong in that first half and see what they could have achieved. But hey, now they need to start chasing the pack. Hey?
Yeah, chasing the pack with 2 goals behind. Youssef Onesiri down to the ground. The foul there committed by the man Avom. And just looking back at that again, the goal from the man Saibari, who belted the left-footed strike into the bottom left corner. No chance for anybody standing there to block the ball.
That was a good opportunity for you to get your first goal of AFCON, and definitely Saibari burying that to make sure his name is listed among the goal scorers of Morocco 2025. The kids are happy, the fans are happy. And like we say here, insurance good don't come.
Yeah, insurance good don't come. Joy don't come.
Namo lock up now.
Well, Saibari, if you know him, who saw some flashes of him in the Champions League this season for PSV. Wonderful player. On his day, can be very explosive and electric, and we've seen that so far in this game.
And the sweet thing for him is the fact that he's a player whom Regragui depends on. For this AFCON, he's always been playing their games, always coming in from the wings, and he's a regular for the Moroccan team, especially the starting 11. And definitely with this goal, he's really paid off for him in the end.
It's a very good Moroccan team. Every single player in the Moroccan starting 11 that started this game all play for top European teams. When you look at it, Kabi plays for Olympiacos, Brahim Diaz plays for Real Madrid, and you cannot even say, look at that was cheeky from Brahim Diaz, needless to do that. Ezazoli plays for Real Betis, and then you have in the midfield some of the players who also apply their trade out there in Europe. The man El Khanous plays for VfB Stuttgart in the German Bundesliga. Sabari for PSV in the Dutch Eredivisie. And do not forget, Mazraoui plays for Manchester United, big club by our standards. And you also have the man Massina, who plays his football for Torino in Italian Serie A. And do not forget Aged, the Olympic Marseille man, and Hakimi Ashraf, who represents the PSG side. So it's a big team with players playing across teams in Europe, except for Bono, who plays in the Saudi Pro League for Al Hilal.
And that's still abroad.
Yeah.
That's still abroad because I think only 3 players in the Moroccan squad play for the Moroccan local teams. Talk
Casablanca
about
and the likes.
Ares Bekani and also Raja Casablanca. I think the three players there are not even in the starting lineup. So you have to say plenty of experience from Europe, plenty of experience from the players who are on the national team for Morocco. And let's not forget, some of these players had the opportunity to play for France, Spain.
For Spain,
and
France.
Ashraf Hakimi is one of them. And also Brahim Diaz, who was also just courted by the Moroccans just some few years ago. But then you have to say it's part of the naturalization where some of these players gone abroad can come back home and play for their maybe the parents' country or their grandparents' country. And for me, Morocco are really enjoying this moment because Ashraf Hakimi could have played for Spain. Brahim Diaz could have played for Spain. Some of the French players also here could have also played for the French national team. So it's all good for them. And like we say, it's if it's working, there's no need to try to make it or fix it. And for me, they still have very good league.
Very good league.
They have very good league.
The Moroccan Botola League. Fantastic league.
And so they could still pick players from there too.
Pick players from there.
But then they chose to go abroad and get very good experienced players who got to the semi-finals of the World Cup and will be hoping to still get to the semi-finals
in the next
World Cup.
All right. Well, I forgot to mention the man Neil El Aounai, who plays his football for AS Roma. So that he completes the starting 11, all playing for European clubs in that one. Fantastic one for the Moroccan side.
This is a huge tactical board.
A huge tactical board, green surface. Well, does it make sense if we call them the African Spanish team? The Spanish African team, if you may. They kind of play, the European way, if you may.
And because they're very close to the Europeans. And also close to the Spaniards. I think the Moroccans, look like a team who play more like the Spanish side. The Algerians look like the French side.
The French side,
so you have to give it to it's only the Egyptians I don't know where to cut them, where to put them.
Very different.
And also the Tunisians always tend to flatter to the sea at every tournament. I think they are just one of that off team from the northern zone who really don't always come to the party. But for every other northern side, the Algerians,
Algerians, Egyptians and
also the Moroccans. Even at this tournament, I think the Egyptians have not really stepped up their game.
Stepped up, And I also know for a fact that they are going to have a hard time tomorrow against the defending champions, Ivory Coast.
I would have loved us to be in that bracket where we have that.
It would have been good. Revenge.
because at this point, Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, they all look very simple.
Very simple, yeah. Senegal
and the rest
Morocco,
of Mali
yeah.
getting out at this stage. It just looks so easy for them in that bracket.
This is a difficult bracket to go through.
This one is hard, man. It's very hard.
Very hard. Well, free kick to the Moroccans. Abdel Zazoli, the Red Betis winger, will look to just maybe put the look at that. This is unbelievable. Abdel Zazoli there
just trying to be
trying to play tricks with the referee. Free kick. Abdel goes direct, blocked by the wall set up by the Cameroonian defense. Avon will take the throw in now, just deep inside the half of the Cameroonians. Picking up the dust spray there just to set it in another area. That's very cheeky. Eta Young, forward pass there, looking for Avon, cleared away by the man Massina for Morocco. We've played 85 minutes of football. Here come Morocco now. Fantastically done by the man Brahim Diaz on that left-hand side, looking to send the ball forward, one-on-one with Avon. Oh, Diaz can be a very annoying player to play against. He's always on your skin, always trying to make something happen for his side. And even losing the ball to the Cameroonians, they picked up the ball to unsettle the Cameroonians. As we see the final substitution for the Moroccans before the end of this game. Like I said, 85 minutes on the clock, make that 86 out there at the stadium in Rabat, and a wonderful strike from Sabairi.
Yeah. What a way to score your first goal of the tournament.
First goal of the tournament. The PSV man. And Rahimi will come on for Sabari. The man Jesse number 9 for Jesse number 11.
Yep, the man who missed the first penalty.
Yeah.
In the first game, talking about Rufiani. Rahimi.
Tagahile will also come on now for Abdi Ezazoli, who's done well so far in this game.
He's done very well. The Real Betis man has been so good in the wing play, and he's been able to do 1 or 2 and help his team get those 2 goals in this first half, or first and second half. But then, like I said, it's just about like-for-like changes and making sure you still keep the shape of the team intact.
All right, Cameroon also looking for 1 or 2 spaces in and around the 18-yard area of the Moroccan side. A goal for them would only mean that they would chase this game to the very end. Ball back now to Nagida. A chance now to thread one into the box. Opts to go back, but throw-in will go in favor of the Cameroonians. We've played 87 minutes of football. Approaching the 90. Forward pass cleared away by Amrabat. Only as far as the man Rahimi. Who brings down the player Avon, who has been everywhere for Cameroon. And remember the face of the man who missed the penalty against the Comoros Islands. In the first game of this tournament.
Soufiane Rahimi. And
goes into the referee's book just seconds after coming on from the bench, and that was a rash challenge there, taking out the man of home.
Yeah, he had to just try and see if his leg could take the ball, but he just couldn't. Good guiding also from a Cameroonian player. But for Soufiane Rahimi, just a quick one, that penalty against Comoros that he missed was the first one he'll be missing for Morocco national team. He's always scored all their penalties. But surprisingly, I think the pressure on that night just made him lose that one against Pando.
Well, Pando did well to save that one. Stadium was this stadium actually, the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium, where we had 65,000 fans make their way into the stadium for that first game. It was a beautiful sight to watch. After the opening ceremony, Morocco ended up winning that game 2-0, scoring 2 goals in the second 45. Brahim Diaz scoring the first, and El Kabi with a wonderful overhead kick, and what could challenge for the goal of the tournament. And we've not seen a better goal than that one, trust me.
Absolutely,
so far.
Absolutely, the overhead, and the fact that he wasn't even looking at the goalpost.
Yeah, he just had to one time do that one. And he also scored another overhead kick in another game, which really spells, good for the man, because it just means that his goal 1 and 2 could be fighting for the goal of the tournament at the end of this one.
Absolutely, for Ayoub El Kabi. as we've seen a very opportunity for this strike from Mbeumo to go towards goal. But there were good
just blocked off there by Youssef El Nassiri. And yes, this man down on the ground looks to have walked off his socks. He's done a wonderful job for this Moroccan side.
Absolutely wonderful walk. He's a man who they'll be
good decision to pick Morocco over Spain. You get the feeling?
I think in the end it's paid off for him because he's now the star of this team. If he were to be in the national team of La Roja, I don't think he'll be the star of this team.
Because they'll be looking at Lavin Yamal or the other guys.
Definitely. So for Brahim Diaz, I think it's a good option for him that he's been able to choose a country that honors him, a country that will make him the star of the show. And definitely he's been enjoying this tournament. This is his first tournament in the African Cup of Nations, and definitely as one of the highest goal scorers, 5 goals so far.
5
he's
goals.
Scored in every
single game.
Tells you how fantastic he's been for the Atlas Lions.
And you get the feeling he may just be picking up his third man of the match award at the final whistle. Well, we've reached 90 minutes of football out there. And just to confirm to you, 5 minutes of added time before the full-time whistle for this second quarter-final game. Morocco leading 2-0 against Cameroon. We'll have a free kick now deep inside their own half. The indomitable Lions trailing to the Atlas Lions in the second quarter-final game. One last array of attack, ball forward. Eta Iyong will chase from that header from Brian Mbeumo, but goalkeeper Yashin Bono will come out to claim that one. Morocco would start off from the back, just trying to slow the pace of this game and kill off things. We've played 1 minute of the 5 added rather. So don't forget, if you're just joining our live broadcast here on vivxsports for the very first time, you can click the subscribe button to grow numbers on YouTube, as we get to bring you more excitement when it comes to African sports on vivxsports. I have an amazing cast of amazing broadcast journalists, I can say so myself, alongside Timi, Lale Adigun, and do not forget Chuma Nole, Chief Swore, Desire Paranoze, and then there's the George, the Talk Doctor, and lots of amazing guys who come here to serve you the best of commentaries and analysis when it comes to African football. Here come Morocco now with a chance to probe forward on the right hand side, but the pass there was blocked. Cameroon would come away now with the ball, with a chance now to go forward. Eta Iyong with a pass into the box, cleared away by the towering figure of the man Massina, who gives away a corner to Cameroon. Dying stages of this game, seconds to play. Koto will go forward, Onana also up front, Kudu up front. It's all to play for, and anywhere should do for them now.
Yeah, anywhere in goal.
No, look at Morocco with all their players inside the box trying to defend. A clean sheet will be good for them. They know that for a fact. As they will be taking this quarter-final ticket, or semi-final ticket rather, to the next round of this competition. And Mbeumo sends a good ball forward into the box, headed away by the Moroccan defense. Look at that, nice one done by the captain Nuhu, who wins a free kick on the far right hand side. So Morocco would maintain possession here and continue to pile on the pressure. And that was
a
heavy challenge there from Mazraoui.
Mazraoui was just trying
to the challenge,
in leg knack at last, the clear grass. But good one from the Moroccans, who are still very, very alive in terms of their defensive duties. You have to give it to them. They've been very, very compact in their defensive play.
And Mbeumo set to go a ball in, headed away by Massina, only as far as Mbeumo, who would take a second bite at the cherry. A chance now to beat his marker. Tries to do that. Well, he Was crowded by 2 Moroccan players, but here he comes now. Mbeumo with a chance, cleared away for a corner by Mazraoui, who really understands Mbeumo from his days at Manchester United. The corner will come now from Mbeumo from the right-hand side of the Cameroonian attack. And if you get the feeling if Cameroon score now, it will just be a consolation goal than any other thing. It wouldn't trouble anybody.
Yeah, it will be, because the time's almost up, just less than a minute. Before the referee blows his final whistle. But for the Cameroonians, I don't think they will be happy with their performance here. They've not been up to par.
That was nicely done, but referee has called that one to gone out already.
We'll see the captain of the side. Also, who got injured in the first game. Just happy that his team is going through to the semi-finals.
Now they have enough quality, and sometimes when you have enough quality, you can afford a few injuries here and there. Morocco are seconds to the semi-final of the Africa Cup of Nations, in presence of the 65,000 fans in the stadium. Smiles on the faces of the players on the bench. Happy faces for Morocco. Well, counting down to the final whistle. A Mauritanian centre referee looking at his stopwatch there. And yes, we've reached full time. Morocco are in the next round of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. It was a wonderful showing from the side in the first 45. They scored 2 goals, one from Brahim Diaz, the other in the second 45 by Sabari, who all but sealed the fate of the Cameroonian side, who didn't come to the party, if you ask me. It is finished out there at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. Cameroon 0, Morocco 2.
A good performance from the Atlas Lions. They are good value for money. They didn't really play up to par in the second half, but hey, they got the second goal from Saibari, and that also came off from a set-piece play. So you have to just give it to them. They were hard working in the first half to get the first goal from Brahim Diaz, who was scoring his 5th goal at this tournament, equaling Yusuf and Nesri, who also has 5 goals at the AFCON. And definitely you have to say for the man who has also won the man of the match of this match, talking about Brahim Diaz, he's been one hell of a player for them at this tournament, scoring goals are plenty, creating chances for them. But I don't think the Cameroonians should be hurt by this, because they really didn't play up to par for me, in my own opinion. I don't think they really stepped up their game from that first half. Yeah, they tried to do something in the second half, but it wasn't just good enough. They were not just good enough on the night. And if you've watched the round of 16 match against South Africa, you would have known that hey, maybe this Cameroonians were just lucky to have gotten that win over the Bafana. But having said all of that, the Moroccans are happy. They're in the semi-finals. From here on, it's just 2 more games, and you're just lifting the trophy. They know that they still need work to do. They know they still need to be focused. They understand that what they need to do at this point in time is to remain vigilant, and also just put eyes on that prize and make sure they are fully concentrated on going all the way to the finals. Let's see how it goes. Who they meet now in the semi-final, it's between Nigeria and also Algeria. Hopefully it's Nigeria.
Yeah, hopefully it's Nigeria, and that would be a very interesting game to watch if it's Nigeria v Morocco in the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations, after Nigeria play their game against Algeria tomorrow. Well, for Morocco, you get the feeling that they may just be the best team of this tournament. But I come to ask you this question. It's full time out there at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. Who can stop this Moroccan side, Timi?
Well, I think I've seen a couple of teams that can stop them. I think Nigeria can stop them if on their day. Talking about the Nigerian national team, the Super Eagles. Also, if the Algerians also can go past Nigeria, I think the Algerians can also stop them. The Algerians also play very good football. You have to give it to them. I don't know if any other team can stop this Moroccan side apart from these 2 that I've mentioned. Maybe the Ivorians. I don't know what they play out tomorrow, but the Ivorians have also shown good quality in terms of how they play football. But that will have to mean that they meet at the finals. But for the path on which the Moroccans are, I think either of Nigeria or Algeria can definitely stop them on their day.
All right, that makes sense. Either of Nigeria or Algeria can stop Morocco, who are now in the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 after beating Cameroon by 2-0. Goals coming from Brahim Diaz in the 26th minute and the man Sabari in the 75th minute to confirm Morocco's place in the next round of this competition. It's been a wonderful, wonderful game. I mean, we saw some good flashes for Cameroon in the second half after they started the second 45. But if you're right now on our YouTube live stream via vivxsports and you want to share your take on the game that you've seen so far, you can see the numbers flash there on your screen. And you can also click the subscribe button if you're joining us for the very first time to support what we do here at vivxsports, bringing you up to speed with all the latest in the world of African sports. All right, the numbers are there flashed on your screen. Call us up right now to talk about the game. Give us your post-match reactions from the game that just finished, Morocco beating Cameroon by 2-0. You can also talk about the Senegal game against Mali that finished in favor of the Senegalese side, and give us your take for the preview for tomorrow game between Nigeria and Algeria by 5 p.m. on Saturday, and the second game, Egypt playing against Cote d'Ivoire in what could be yet another mouth-watering day when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations. So we've started this journey with 8 teams. We'll now have 2 teams in the semi-finals. We'll confirm 2 more teams tomorrow. Morocco in the next round alongside Senegal after their games today in the quarter-final of the Africa Cup of Nations. And let's talk about Cameroon for a bit. I mean, they came into this tournament with all of that shenanigans that happened with, you know, the federation and the managers. The manager with also their team selection, but they did well to start off the tournament on the good foot with beating Gabon and then going all the way to win 3 games before coming into this one where they've been, I think, second best to Morocco in this encounter.
Yeah, like we said, I don't think the Cameroonians will be happy with their performance in this game. They really didn't step up their game from the very first half. The Moroccans were just all over them in that first half. They just couldn't let the Cameroonians play their game. And the second half, we'll try to see some glimpses of what the Cameroonians could do. We're trying to get into the game, but then it was a little bit too late for them because the Moroccans still didn't let them play their game. Couldn't even let them get into the 18-yard box. And for the Cameroonians, they'll be feeling very disappointed that they really didn't step up their game. Maybe if they had a better organized selection with some of the experienced players that were excluded. Vincent Abubakar, Onana, maybe they could have still done some magic with the experience that they have. But then the future is still bright for the Cameroonians, especially knowing that they have young talent.
Avon, Nagida, these are young players.
Youngsters who can still keep doing big things for the Indomitable Lions in future tournaments. But from here on, I think they will learn their lessons, and hopefully when they prepare for the next AFCON, we will see the bickering between the Sports Federation or the Sports Ministry and also the Football House.
Because that can settle a lot. I mean, if you're a player and you see a manager drop one list and you see another federation drop another list, and then can be very confusing. I can make you feel like, oh, am I going to be in this tournament or not? Some player even had to find out about their participation or involvement with the national team before, just days before the AFCON, and that can unsettle things. Well, let me go to YouTube right about now. Some comments here. This one is coming from the man Lokin Sime. He says, I love Christian Michael Kofana. He's a wonderful striker up in Indomitable Lions. He comes back to also say, hello, I am texting from Leverkusen, right? So a message all the way from Germany. Thank you so much. Hopefully you get to click the subscribe button to grow the VIVX Sports family here all the way from Germany. Fantastic game that we've seen so far. It's been a wonderful outing for the second quarterfinal game of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025, and we have to wrap things up right about now. Timi, it's been a pleasure doing this game with with you.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun for the first time, and hopefully we get to do this more.
I say amen to that.
Amen to that. All right. Well, we got to go. vivxsports, we get to bring you with all of the excitement tomorrow. Do not forget, there are more to come your way, where we will bring you some amazing content concerning the Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria play Algeria tomorrow, and Egypt play the Egypt play the Côte d'Ivoire rather tomorrow in the second game that will be happening by 8 p.m. on Saturday. For now, we got to go. It's been fun doing this side by side with Timi and doing this with you and bringing you live commentary of the game between Cameroon and Morocco. For now, it's Arrivederci.
Morocco! 52 matches, 24 nations, 9 stadiums, 6 cities, 1 continent, 1 title, 1 goal. The undisputed champion of Africa. Wake up, Africa!
2025 African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, or the Squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the indomitable Lions, the Stallions, the Zebras, the Leopards, or the defending champions, the Elephants in the room?
Well, whatever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and dirty your December with the best of football that the African continent has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosted to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla!